Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Xandros, and tonight it is finally time. We had the community challenge for it. Y'all did it in about half of the allotted time. So here we are, with the content mine. Tonight we're going to be kind of browsing around some interesting things that were thrown my way, and a couple things I went and found myself. We have a mix of cringe, politics, conspiracy theory, spirit science, a nice little mix of all the good, bad stuff. So I hope you're ready to enjoy that tonight. Let me turn the music back on here. Sorry, I was readjusting things here. So we can have something playing in the background so it's not too quiet. Alright, before we get started, I want to go ahead and do housekeeping real quick. First of all, the Discord's choice vote has been going on, and I think it's almost safe to say Psychonauts is going to win, considering it has a massive lead over the next game that has a vote. So, it's looking like we're going to be playing Psychonauts on Saturday again. So, there's that. And, yeah. I'll try to actually get the stream schedule for next week done this time. This last week, just things were kind of rough. So I didn't get around to it. But we're going to fix that for this coming week. And let's see if there's anything else that I'm missing. No, I think that's pretty much it. So everyone's ready. First of all, I want to thank those that threw out content my way for this tonight. We're going to try to have a good time with it. Hope things won't get too heavy, but content warning, it's very possible that it could get heavy depending on what's being discussed, how it's being discussed, and all of that. We're going to try to have a good time here and just kind of poke fun at a bunch of idiots. Some very dishonest idiots, some very honest idiots, and some people who are just too dumb to realize they are idiots. And I'm saying that because, frankly, a lot of the people we're covering tonight, I really don't like. On a personal level, I just don't like them. Most of it has to do with maybe their politics and all that good stuff. Quinby, hello. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while over here. Oh, sorry, big stretch. Ugh. So it's going to be a fun time. So we're going to be staying on this screen tonight. Make it easier. Also, it's harder for them to come after me for weird whatever reasons to try to take down the stream. With all the other stuff going. Because you know how some of these people can be. Also, I'm going to try to keep an eye out, since there has been that really weird, kind of like Nazi follower raid stuff going on, so, we're going to try to keep an eye on that. So if I have to, I will make this, I will cancel, drop out the alert boxes, and I'll luckily have a mod here to help with that. And spirit science, oh no, oh yes. Yes, we do have a little spirit science. Quinn, you're awake? Amazing. 2 Quins in one place. I have not seen this in a long time. So to give you a slight idea of what's on the docket, we have some classic purveyors of content of the religious variety, like Kent Hovind. We have some more modern political idiots who spout the dumbest shit in Michael Knowles. We've got us some cringe in the way of some case cooking, if you will. And even some of them, the religious woo with some spirit science. I hope you're all ready. If you have a Discord message on bot or the command, you might want to disable that. I do not. I disabled the Discord command a while back. And that Discord command and the Discord link that was in it doesn't work anymore anyway. We got rid of that invite. So it's a whole different thing anyway if I want to invite somebody. But thank you, Cajun. I appreciate the concern. But we took care of that the last time some asshole decided to invade when we were doing Among Us that time. because not doing that again. So, here's the thing about the content, Mine. You all brought it to me. I'm the one that has to sift through it. And the way we're doing it is the old-fashioned way. Oh, yeah, the soundboard, bitch. Yep, that's what. Oh, it wasn't just that. They were posting some nasty shit in the Discord, too. Luckily, we had some good people that were there to help stop that. So I hope you're ready for this, as I introduce you to how we'll be deciding tonight what we watch. Yes, the wheel will decide for us what we watch. It might be a couple of short things. It might be some long things. So I hope you enjoy what we've got here. And I hope you're ready. As we go through, when something gets selected, we delete it from the wheel and keep on going. So, are we ready for the first spin? And let's see if we're going to have us a nice golden egg of content or a little bit of a tin dud. Wheel of Pain. Well, there's definitely a lot of pain on here. So let's do it. First video of the night. Of course, we start with Spirit Science. Oh, shit. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll take that off of our list here, since it has been picked. If I could find... No, it was right at the top. Shit. Let's apply the change. And let's go ahead and let's go to our Spirit Science. So, the first video for tonight, to make sure it's all looking good on here. Nice. Our first bit of content. You have a light body, and here's how it works. I will have closed captioned on. For everyone that maybe can't hear it very well, I will do my best to make sure you can. If you can't, the words will be on screen. I got you covered. Haven't seen anything from Jordan in ages? Well, I'm about to ruin your streak. Let's turn off the music here for now. And let's enjoy some Spirit Science.
Hey everyone, this video is brought to you by our new social network, Spirit Mysteries. Stay tuned to the end to learn more about it.
Oh, I have a new social network?
Alas, while lately we've been looking at the chakras, minor and major, soul star and beyond, along with the kundalini and more, the truth is, the chakras truly are only a stepping stone to an even greater
I still hate the new
and
design
so
for
today
Patch
it's
Man.
time to dive deep into the nature of the light body itself. So buckle up and get ready. And if you haven't yet, make sure to download the free chakra meditation to get the most of your light body experience. Links in the description. Please enjoy the video.
Alright, but it's time to align our chakras. Let's do it. Get your best stones, your best crystals, and let's do Lesson 2-8, The Light Body, the deluxe remake. Oh, God.
When exploring the light body, one of the first things you might learn is actually about auras. In New Age circles, auras are usually thought to be a kind of energy that emits from your body and follows the same frequency pattern as the chakras, where the root is the smallest body, the physical form, and then the sacral body, solar body, heart body, and so on, radiate outwardly around you.
Yeah, right there with you.
Many people claim to see auras, and there are actually techniques that may help you to
This
do
is
so,
the thick stream.
including unfocusing your eyes on a person, or even just putting a hand in front of a black screen. It's not uncommon to see either a colored or white glow around the object of your focus. The aura system...
All right, Cameron. All right. Take your hand, put it in front of your face. If you have to, put it on something that's, black surface, and look at it. And then tell me about the colors you see right now. Focus really hard. All the chakra energy. You can do it. Show us those colors. Because anyone can do it, obviously, right? It's there. It's provable stuff with really bad camera work. You see a white glow? I think that might just be your hand. You might have the lights up a little too far. Yeah, there you go. See, that's what it is, exactly. I have the same problem. I'm just very white. Okay, Quinn, it's okay. You got better, so it's okay. I had friends that would do that same stuff too, and then look at the really bad camera pictures, there's your aura, look at it. Remember aura photos? Do you remember that shit? Just for fun. Aura photography. Like, people would look at this shit, and it's like, look at your aura. It's like, maybe you're just overexposing things weirdly. It's just like... I don't get it. I think it's funny that people believe this stuff. This one looks like it should belong to Doctor Who. Yeah, it's a, Quinn, we love you. Even if you believe this stuff at one point, we still love you. It's okay. Oh no, I would just stare at people's hands for so long I started hallucinating colors around the edges. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of stuff is kind of weird. Alright, let's get back to figuring out our light body. I don't know, I mean, if it was a light body for me, it'd be hard light, that's for fucking sure. I mean, Jesus Christ. There's no way it's gonna be some, like, thin, wispy-ass light from me. I'm too round for that.
Chakra system almost identically, because in a way, it's part of the same system. The aura reflects your energy body on the outside, just as your chakras reflect your energy body on the inside. However, both of these systems weave together to create the human light body. Much like how when you put the 7 colors together in light, you get pure white light.
Right.
The thing is, there are actually many different types of light bodies, reflecting different geometries that can be necessary for different purposes.
So wait. Do we have a light body or a lot of light bodies? I'm getting some mixed signals here. Because there's, what, like, 7 or 8 chakras? Does that mean we have, like, 7 or 8 light bodies? I'm not really sure on this. If I had an aura, it should be some dank-ass purple blobby shit. Like the Demise in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'm just... I'm just trying to figure out, like, how can we have multiple light bodies, but we only really have one?
The most commonly discussed one is the star tetrahedron, but you can have a light body based on any of the platonic solids. And then there is even the Covenant 486 Merkaba, which is said to be the root of the Tree of Life system itself, and which we explore in our Spirit Medicine Walkers workshop at the end, for those who are interested. For the purposes
I swear, he has done so many drugs.
The original Merkaba that we learned, which is a great
his brain is fried. He can't get this stuff separated out anymore. It's just a big glob of bleh that he just throws out there all the time now.
And chakras, through the sacred geometry and logical explanations, it will never be enough on its own. As Drimvalo has explained, there is a missing half of our understanding that is purely experiential, and can only be experienced through your own practice when centered with love. As we understand it, the Merkaba is the divine light vehicle.
Love is the center force
to connect with and
of the light body.
Realms. It is the full extent of our energetic and subtle body that, when fully active, encompasses our
seriously, the mouth really throws off the design.
Anywhere between 55 and 72.
It was better without the mouth.
This particular one is based on the blueprints of Metatron's cube and the tetrahedral energy.
Metatron's cube. Oh yeah, I forgot the Christianity stuff gets thrown in there too. It's
around
weird.
The body in line with the chakras up the spine as the axis. And though while it may look like there's only 2 star tetrahedrons,
yeah, same here. I don't like it.
But the third is overlaid onto the others and is often forgotten about in meditations. The Merkaba is an extension of our energy field, or our collective energy field, that acts as a vehicle which allows us to move through the different dimensions and frequencies all around us.
Okay, show of hands, who has actually gone through the different dimensions in their Merkaba lately? Now, I know for me it's been a bit hard, just been a little stressed, but I'm sure all of you have been traveling from dimension to dimension, right? I've heard the universe about 3 dimensions over is pretty cool. You've been slacking? See, Robot, I'm right there with you. Just, life's been too hard. I know, no, you know, Todd Clorox has, huh? I mean, you know. You've been too sick? Yeah, that will kind of really throw off your balance a lot. And it'll keep your chakras, like, completely suppressed with the COVID sickness. But hey, if you meditate hard enough, you can actually cleanse it out of your system. And then, like, totally go on your Merkaba traveling plans. So, like, just will away the COVID, you know? Jesus fucking Christ. I just can't with this shit. I have to travel 4 parallel universes at a time to maintain the right stopping speed, or else I won't make it up the slope. Well, that's only if you're going to the higher planes of existence. If you're going to the lower planes, it's a little different. Or if you're just taking the straight parallel. But no, I definitely get what you mean by going for, that uphill slope speed. You gotta do it. You only do 4 parallel. See, I do about 5 to 6. You gotta really get that speed. But maybe again, it's just, even in my light body going through that Merkaba, I do have that big round ass, so I gotta make sure I have enough inertia going. Otherwise, it's just gonna drag. And it's gonna cause a lot of problems. I remember this one time, I tried going a couple, and I only went like 3 at a time, and yet I got cake. And the problem was, I kind of dragged a couple of universes together on the lower frequency. Kind of caused some chaos. Maybe wiped other species or two. I don't know. But all I gotta say is, travel by Merkaba, while convenient, do it responsibly.
The word itself actually comes from the Hebrew
It is the
word
quickest stream.
chariot or cart, and forms a huge part of Ezekiel's vision in the tradition of Merkaba mysticism. In the book of Ezekiel, the Merkaba is used to refer to the throne chariot of God, the 4-wheeled vehicle driven by 4 cherubim, each of which has 4
There's only
wings
2 wheels.
and 4 faces, of a man, lion, ox, and eagle, often which are esoterically seen as reflections of the 4 elements. For the most part, the teachings of the Merkaba mysteries revolved around the
I
visions
have
of
no
the
idea if
prophet,
he's saying it
which were
wrong or
centered
right.
around stories
Everything
of
he says is
ascension
wrong in
and
general
people
anyway,
transcending
so
the
it doesn't
physical
really
world into the
matter.
realm of God. Some writers have even argued that early Christian theology and discourse was influenced by the Jewish Merkaba tradition to some extent. In fact,
Okay, hang on. Now, are you telling me that Christianity may have been influenced by some kind of Jewish supernatural theological traditions? Mind blown. Never would have thought about that. They only worship the same God that had like the same lineage of worshipers, and like the whole thing with Abraham and a bunch of other stuff. They really just followed all that stuff, but man, never would have guessed that they were like inspired by the Jewish traditions. Man, the Christians have no idea. I just can't. I just can't. Alright, let's get back in this. We're not even halfway yet.
some see the accounts of St. Paul, who has been
By the way,
argued
can everyone
to be
hear okay?
influenced by Gnosticism, to be one of the earliest first accounts that we have of a Merkaba mystic in Jewish or Christian literature. Throughout Kabbalistic history, though, discussions concerning the Merkaba were limited to only the most worthy sages, as it was considered overzealous
Gotcha.
to ponder on the nature of higher worlds and what they looked like. In more modern teachings, Melchizedek tells us that the Merkaba can be
Here's a lot of fun with these new
conscious
effects and
breathing
everything. Just read.
meditation
Oh God,
in as
no.
little as 18 breaths. The
Oh, I
first
thought that
six
was
are
Jordan for a
balance and
second.
polarity,
It's not, I don't
the
think.
next 7 are for proper pranic
I'll be
flow
honest,
through
I
the
really don't
entire
want to
body,
see
and the final
Jordan
breaths are from
like that
shifting
at all.
consciousness from third to fourth dimension.
As all
and then
things should be.
finally,
There you
the
go.
last 3 breaths are for recreating the rotating Merkaba within and around the body. The meditation has a lot of parts though, and while we may animate it one day, if you want to walk through, you can check out Drunvalo Melchizedek's Flower of Life, Volume 2. Ultimately, the first step to creating and remembering your Merkaba is always love. And even Melchizedek explains that a lot of people don't need all of the left brain steps because the
Oh,
right
for
brain, the
fuck's sake,
experience
not
of
this
love,
left brain,
is
right
enough
brain
to activate
shit.
it naturally.
Haven't we got past
To be
this?
clear, there are different kinds of Merkabas out there. Absolutely. In fact, in one particular plant medicine ceremony at Rhythmia, Thoth appeared in my inner vision and shared with me a different Merkaba.
Thoth! We haven't heard from Thoth in a long time, and Thoth in the visions. Oh man. I mean, wasn't Jordan having the thing with the what was it? The feminine Christ. What was it for a while? The whole thing with Emma Watson. Was it Emma Watson? I am bad at remembering. And now it's Thoth again. Christ Sophia, that's it. Thank you. I completely had purged that from my mind because, like, my sanity. Yeah, no. Christ Sophia. I guess we're back to Thoth. Question: why would Thoth, like a god, talk to Jordan? Why does Jordan have this weird, like, self-important thing going that a god of any religion will want to talk to him. Some lowly YouTuber. Yeah, you're not wrong. It is extremely creepy, but Jordan's an extremely creepy person, so it fits.
Merkaba than I'd ever seen before. It was octagonal in nature, surrounding my body with a 3-stranded DNA helix.
See, I like playing
spiraling
Zendikar
through it, and a
too.
tremendous volume of rainbow particles
So I
shooting
completely
out of the
understand.
bottom, rising up to the top. Wild stuff. That said, I know we talk about the importance of love and this kind of stuff a lot.
That was a
but
joke
it
for the
really
Magic
is
the Gathering
most
folk.
vital part. Love and connection are the very life and heart of the Merkaba and light body that supports the chakras, as love is said to be the frequency of creation itself. To that end, the Merkaba isn't just a tool or some aspect of you, it is alive and fully a part of you. It's no different than how you have a nose or an arm.
So many drugs, he skipped the ego
Merkaba
death and
light
went
body
straight into
is what
ego
lays the
rebirth.
blueprints for the nadis and the axiotonal lines that we've talked
know
about
it.
before. It literally is the lines that allow the prana, chi, and energy to flow back into you and out into the universe. Our Merkaba is our connection to the divine. It's what links us to each other and the universe itself. So how does the Merkaba light body relate
It's okay,
to the
Quinn.
chakras
I get it.
exactly?
By the way,
Well,
Zendikar
the
was actually
chakras
the
that
first
run
block
through
I
our spine
ever
actually
played
have
Magic in,
duplicates
like,
in the space
actively.
around our body.
So,
Inside
holds a special
is
place
the
in my
Merkaba
heart.
field. They're said to look like spheres of energy that vary in size depending on your own size and height, the same as the Merkaba itself. Like the energetic flow system mentioned earlier.
Could you imagine
they're
me in
laid
the
out
middle,
in the
something like that?
blueprint
Like how
of Metatron's
fucking
cube.
complicated
Each
it'd
sphere
have
sits
to
on
be,
the edge or
and how it
point
would
of the
just
tetrahedron
fuck with
and
you,
are
just
kind of like
all
our
that
chakras
going on
twins.
at once.
And Melchizedek
Ugh.
said he was actually able to find a record of them.
It's
using
okay,
molecular
Quimby. No,
emission
you
scanning.
can't be cool like the rest
So when
of
it
us
comes
all
down
the
to it,
time.
you can think
Sometimes
of
you gotta let the
spiritual
really
structure
cool
like this.
kids get
First,
the
there is the
jokes.
energy flow through the chakras, which is facilitated by the nadis when we breathe in
You
and
know
out.
it.
From there,
Very
the meridian
cool.
points and lesser chakras reach every cell in the body. On top of that, we have the prana field, which is very close to the body and is generated by the flow of energy through the chakras. Going up in layers, on top of the pranic field, we have the auric field that extends a few feet around.
Then we
us
have
in
like,
every direction,
I think there was a video of my
generated by
Joe
our
Cat
thoughts
that
and
talks about
emotions
like,
and energy all working together.
like it's like
This is
a
the
was
realm
an
of the
idiot's
dream
guide or
time,
something like
and
that,
something that we'll talk about in great detail
or something like that
later
to
on.
Magic the Gathering. We'll have to watch that at
Guiding
some
and
point.
protecting our auric field is another
great.
energy field in the shape of the egg of life, the original shape of creation. Once you get past that, you start to get into the realms of light and geometry, and our energy takes on a much more geometric nature that can be
Believing
influenced
all
by
of
our
this
consciousness.
bullshit has to be
Here we
tiring,
find
right?
the
To
light
try to
body.
keep it
Yet
straight
these
and
geometries are overlaid across
quote unquote
through all of our lesser
cohesive.
systems, much
Like,
how
doesn't it
streams
get
branching
just
off from a river form a
draining?
smaller fractal of the greater body from which it comes. When you bridge your newly mastered lower centers with the
Melchizedek,
previously unknown higher centers,
ex-Mormon
and when you're willing
flashbacks,
to
not
step through
like
that
this.
doorway into what's
Not
next,
like
everything
this.
in your life has the capacity to change as you step into the life of an empowered creator, creating creation with all that is.
What? Creating creation with all that is. I don't know why, but that sentence started to make my brain cry a little. And yeah, I have such just empathy for anyone that's part of the Mormon Church at any point.
Salutations. We're on the cusp of a whole new reality. Surely you can feel it. After
No,
all, you're a vital part of it. Our world is
Jeremy. Sorry, I started calling him Jeremy. I'm having a day. But Jordan, you're not a part of this current reality. I don't know what other realities you're worrying about. Focus on the one that's here and now that we know about first. Being cults runs in the family. It runs in in most families, to be
changing,
fair.
and we are changing. But changing into what? When we make the
What do you mean
sovereign
changing into what?
decision
We're
to
gonna-
be
humans?
the change we want to see, we participate with the global transformation and blend our energies together, making for a greater, more positive shift in
All right,
energy.
everyone, you got to start practicing your
As we
fusion
deepen
dances
our
a little
understanding
more
of
seriously.
ourselves, we expand into what's possible for the world around us. And what
Wait.
better way to deepen?
Are you sure it doesn't? I'm just curious. Hey, hang on. The number of Mormons in the UK has risen from 6,500 in the 1960s to 190,000 members. It's at New Chapel in Surrey. Sorry, Quinn, but you got the Mormon. So, sorry. That's our fault. This is a completely U.S.-based religion. We take responsibility for it existing because we've not learned how to fix dumb. I mean, if you're dumb enough to believe somebody looked into a hat at magic plates and got, messages from God, there's no helping them. Yeah. Yeah.
Into ourselves than by connecting with each other like a chapel of sacred mirrors. Thank you, Alex Gray. Seeing each other in our aliveness helps all of us
In
to
our
step into our
aliveness?
creative power, remembering that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. It leads to both knowing
Countries where
ourselves
people
deeper
definitely cannot
and
afford to give
removing
10%
obstacles
of
and
their income to
limitations
gross
from
old
our own
leeches.
energy
Yeah.
field, because we learn from
Ooh, we got some sciencey stuff from Robot. Let's see how badly I can butcher this. Individual nucleic acid bases pair with opposing strands by intermolecular forces due to opposing charges in hydrogen-rich carboxyl groups. These strands share hydrogen electrons that bind them by polarity differences. Where in the cosmic fuck would a third strand fit? How would a third strand be unwound by DNA hell case, which works by a condensation reaction? I hate when he talks about 3+ stranded DNA. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And we all know, just like I said, I think the drugs really fried his brain a long time ago. But here's the thing. It gives us something to laugh at and mock, so think of the positives, you know? I mean, don't worry, I don't absorb most of the shit he's talking about. I'll forget it at some point unless it comes up as a joke. Maybe at some point my brain will trigger, remember, like, oh yeah, I remember this. But, yeah, no. I'm more likely to remember what you wrote just now over any of the thing we just watched over the last, 9.5 minutes.
each other how to find the elusive way of spirit and balance that with our human nature. So many of us have been walking the solo path for a long time, or only had a few friends that they really felt they could connect with. I know that because it's a part of my story too. Back when spirit
Oh boy.
science was first made, it was a very different world, but the same thing happened that is still happening now. Our YouTube channel and social presence is a place of open-hearted connection, and we so cherish the love and comments that we receive from you, both then and now. And I feel a sense of closeness with this community that I've never really felt before. Truly. And today, I want
New
to
conspiracy. Ghosts have 7 strands ghost
I want to invite
DNA.
you to
Woo!
experience Spirit Mysteries, now freely available to every spiritual seeker. Spirit Mysteries is a spiritual social network, but it's more than that too.
Oh my
It's
god.
a school for the mystic arts and a sanctum for the
I love it. The School for the Mystic Arts shows somebody typing on a computer. Truly the most mystical of tools. I love it. Okay,
evolution of
sure.
consciousness.
Sell us
Said
on
in
this
a
one,
lofty
buddy.
spiritual way,
Go for it.
It's a space where we may all spiral together in a great energy.
Oh, there's definitely gonna be some
and create
spiraling,
massive
I'm
ripples
sure,
in the
from
human
people in this
consciousness
community.
Within our hallowed halls and crystal classrooms,
It's okay, you're just
we
missing
host
some
daily
spirit
Q&A
science.
questions,
We're just
weekly
wrapping up the
events,
first
gatherings,
video.
lunar
How you doing,
ceremonies,
Jesse?
complementing nicely with the all-member chat and activity feed that you can use to connect with your global spirit family.
Oh god.
Our theme of the month, while we're putting this video together, is currently Christ
The
consciousness.
Christ
But at
consciousness.
our next lunar ceremony, it's going to
Bringing it back around. The Christ consciousness. Oh god. I need a second. Gonna play a prototype on stream specifically for you. It's such an accurate representation of how viruses work. It very completely true. Duh.
shift into practical magic, just in case you're interested.
Wait. No, I'm going back. What?
The theme of the month, while we're putting this video together, is currently Christ consciousness. But at our next lunar ceremony, it's going to shift into practical magic.
Practical magic. Hold. Jordan is Jordan doing virtual Hogwarts? What the fuck? We're gonna shift to practical magic after we talk about the Christ consciousness. Did I tell you about the Christ, Sophia? He's got the Christ. Learning practical magic. Sure, why not?
Just in case you're interested. It shifts every month, so there's always something new that's coming through in our energetic fields together.
What?
Membership is free. You can become a seeker of the mysteries by visiting www.spiritmysteries.school. Thanks. I'll see you there.
I highly advise no one ever do this unless you're doing it for a joke. And even then, don't really do it. Let's not give the traffic. I don't care if he is offering practical magic discussions. Don't you dare. Oh, soap is definitely a kind of magic for some people. I've heard it's a rare artifact in some places of the U.S. Alright. Let's go ahead to our next video. I think that's enough, Jordan. So here we are back to the old content mind wheel. What lovely bit of ore shall we find? How else do the bubbles appear? I mean, very carefully if you do it right. Anyway, next one. No. Oh, what horrors are we gonna get? Okay, so this one is a little older. I came across this by watching someone else debunking it, so we're going to enjoy Debunking Evolution. Now we have a whole playlist here to pick from, each between like 6.5 minutes to like 12 minutes long. So do we start with the beginning? Why creation? Or do we want to kind of jump to stuff like radiometric dating? We have a whole thing here. How do you want to do this? Are we starting from lesson 1? We're not going to watch all of them. I'm not... Yeah, we know the comments are turned off. Genesis apologetics. But don't worry. We're not going to watch all of them. We'll watch 1 or 2 maybe, because they're not that long. We'll see. Evolution is fake. God individually selects who will die. It will be pain. But this pain we'll share together. I hope you're ready. So this is Debunking Evolution. Why creation? Lesson 1. This is gonna be interesting.
I am evolution. I am random chance, accidents, the brainless, purposeless nothing, which somehow leads to everything.
We're already on the random chance thing. This is some old school stuff. It's not random. Evolution's pretty predictable if you know what you're looking for. Now, it can still have variations that you may not completely be able to predict, but you can kind of get a general idea how things are going to go. You're screaming, oh, robot, I'm so glad. You love pain. It's great, right? You know, I'm just so nice to you, giving you all the pain you want. But no, like, I hate this. Evolution is a girl automatically choose evolution because women, yeah. Yeah, I know, it's going to be great for Robot. I completely agree, Quinby. This is everything Robot wants.
I am creation. I show order and completion.
I had to break it.
Order and completion. Order and completion. So let's remember this going forward.
Few scientific laws to get here. The law of conservation of mass energy, which says...
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Before she even says it. So the law of conservation of mass energy. Oh, okay. Is it supposed to be the conservation of mass or mass Yes. But we'll read it just in case. Conservation of energy mass. The law of conservation of mass states that that in a chemical reaction, mass is neither created nor destroyed. Well, yeah. Let's find it here. That certain physical property, i.e. a measurable quantity, does not change in the course of time within an isolated physical system. There it is, sorry. But yeah, no, you're right. Energy doesn't apply to a closed system. Earth is a generally closed system. We have the whole energy coming from the sun, but it is a closed system. What about the spiritual highways that connect each planet's elemental force chakra? You can't just ignore them. Now, what you can't really ignore is the whole, shifting dimensions. With your Maka book. God damn it, I can't even say that with a straight face. But yes, conservation laws, they love throwing that one out, don't they?
New matter of energy can never be created nor destroyed.
Yes.
The law of causality, which says that every effect must have an equal or greater cause.
Wait, the law of causality? The law of causality. The law of causality. You love creative writing and go all day. Shut up. A principle in philosophy, every change in nature is produced by some cause. Okay. Pretty simple. Right? That everything in the universe has a cause and is thus an effect on that cause. Yeah, generally the cause in the universe was the Big Bang. There's your cause, was that buildup of energy into the big release of energy. Hi, Dove. We're experiencing pain, and we're talking about evolution and creationism. Welcome back to the mid-2000s into the early 2010s. It's great to be back. The law of causality breaks down when you apply it to creation because you eventually run up against a creator that supposedly exists beyond the law. I know. They like to do special pleading because they're dumb. But, we are physics? Kinda, yes. Physics does have a big part in how we function, so yes. In a way, this is true.
Yet I ask you to believe that everything came from nothing. Not to...
That's what you believe. Because what was around before God said, poof, make it be? Would it be nothing? What existed before God created something? Just saying. Was it something? Can something exist before God creates a thing? I'm just saying, I think you have a misunderstanding of what nothing is, and it's not that something comes from nothing. Leprechauns were around before a god. Oh, thanks be to God, the leprechauns, the great leprechauns of the before times. Oh, yes, the great chaos, it's hilarious. That was a really bad accent, and I don't care. My voice is shot. I do an Irish jig, but you'd never see it. Aggregates matter is not nothing. You're right. It isn't. But I love the projection. It's always fun.
To mention the law of biogenesis, which says that...
Whoa. Okay, hold on. We're going right into biogenesis from that?
Not to mention the law of biogenesis, which says that life always comes from life.
The law of biogenesis. Pretty sure Mormonism goes with infinite cycle creation. Basically, there's a route where men who do certain things can become God. Yeah. Evolution also doesn't touch abiogenesis or Big Bang Theory. I know. But everything is, it's like all science is the same. So, Yeah, but here's the thing. Is there a law of biogenesis? Am I dumb? Louis Pasteur encompasses the belief that complex living things come only from other living things by means of reproduction. Yes, I think we can say that's decently true. Mineral, generally. Like, a rock isn't alive. Now, we have some aspects of that kind of stuff in us, just from, like, just basic molecules and that. But, I mean, there is living matter and non-living matter. We do know that much. Where that splits off is a bit different. But yeah, it is a real principle. It's just I'm trying to figure out where she's getting at. Yep, Louis Pasteur, exactly. There you go. Exactly what Dove was saying. This is before people understood how it works. So there is a difference between, like I said, living matter and non-living matter. It's just that for some reason they think that evolution it goes against this. And it's like they don't believe that early molecules were living things. Yeah, I remember reading that some of the Greeks thought that flies arose spontaneously. It's a weird thing.
Yet I teach that life came from non-living matter.
No. No. Matter exists. Matter can coalesce into living things and non-living things. God, I can't. Okay. Greeks, so you're a librarian by day, streamer by evening, and biologist on the night shift. Yes. Dove is the trifecta. Not really in pain. It's just, because I'm used to hearing this shit a lot, especially because I watch a lot of R and Ra's shit when talking about Kent Hovind's evolutionary bullshit arguments. Which, you better hope we don't land on the Kent Hovind square. Bro, if everything is made up of matter, then I guess you could say, you matter, bro. I know. Thanks, Cajun. You matter, too. But yeah, we don't know where the first life rose, at least not on Earth. We know generally how it can happen. I'm trying to remember the name of the experiment. I used to know it, but off the top of my head I can't. Where we've actually tried to recreate how the planet would have been in its earliest stages when we think life first came about. And we'll be able to create really simple proteins. And those proteins would eventually become, RNA and then DNA and then so on and so forth into organisms, the eukaryotes and stuff like that. If you want to get technical about it, the first single-celled organisms probably rose from certain chemical reactions happening on prehistoric Earth. It's called the primordial soup theory. Exactly. Or panspermia, when it came in, that it was something that came in on a meteor. Because, we did collide with another planet early on in the during the accretion disk era, where the planets were forming, and Earth, our main planet Earth, crashed with another planet, making Earth as it is now, plus our moon. So our moon is the remnants of a planetary collision. So, life and molecules do stuff, and the more life there is, the more molecules do. And when a whole lot of molecules do a whole lot of stuff, that's a mistake. Well, only if you don't use a condom. Well, they say we're actually aliens. It's just that a lot of the early matter that came in and helped create life just came off a rock. Technically, we were still made here, as far as by the chemical reactions and everything, but we're all from space. After all, we're all made of star stuff. Oh, Cajun, you're not a mistake. We love you. You're one of our favorite mistakes. When a mommy planet and a daddy planet love each other very much, they crash into each other and make a baby planet. Well, kinda. It's kind of like that that one thing from the Muppets. You know the one I'm talking about with the aliens, with the mating ritual. Okay, here, I'm gonna do this. I shouldn't technically. I might get in trouble. Let's see if I can find it. Ah, yes, the Kuzbanian mating ritual.
Now that is the wonk-wonk signal to the female creature. Let's see if she makes the
Hang on, we're gonna watch just this last little bit.
I believe she likes him.
We're gonna watch the actual moment. This is how
This should
planets
be
are
very
made.
exciting. It's a television first, ladies and gentlemen, the Kuzbanian Gallio-Hoopoo. Watch closely now.
The Galileo
Going
Hoopu.
far away. He's just about to make his turn now.
Hey, you! Mop Ruby!
Me, Mop Ruby!
Oh,
Wow! Stop it!
This is it, ladies and gentlemen, the Gallio-Hoopoo.
We're ready. This is how planets are made right here. Are you ready for it? And the Earth and Moon are born.
Well, there you have it, friends. Once again, love comes to Kuzbane.
Yes, I'm a massive nerd for Muppets. I'm sorry. Crash into me, Planet Daddy, ooh woo. They're all the same. Planets are not all the same. Some planets are very different. And how a planet identifies, it's up to the planet. Personally, I've always seen Venus as more of masculine. I just think modern spirit science is wrong on that front, so I'm just saying. I'm a little bit against the grain here. Sorry, amino acids have been proven in numerous experiments to arise from inorganic molecules and chemicals under specific environments. Yeah. Amino acids build up into proteins. Phospholipids spontaneously form lipid bilayer structures, which are the basis of cells due to electron interactions in aqueous solutions. See? I like the part where they screamed. I am happy to oblige with the demonstrations, and hopefully Disney won't come after me for that. We're learning today, you're right. You're a little bit against the Greys. I think the Greys are a bit of a problem. No, do not gender the planets. I will find you, white cis people. Don't ask me. And not all planets have genders, just some of them. The mouse might get me, you're not wrong. And I see Quinn's right. It's okay that Greeks gendered the planets eons ago, and as we all know, tradition trumps everything. Though to be fair, they were only gendered because they were named after Greek gods. So, are the planets really gendered, or is it just that that the whole gender identity was added to them? That's the question. The non-binary planet systems, exactly. Anyway, we're talking about evolution, right? Let's get back to that.
I never go against these scientific laws because I am created by the one who made the energy, the great cause that made all the effects, the living God who created life, matter, the laws of nature, and all things.
The one that created light before the sun, that created the earth before the stars, that created the waters before the earth. I might be a bit backwards. Or not existent. One of the two.
I am marked by an invisible past. Fossils show none of my expected in-between forms.
They're all in between forms. Everything's a transitional. Sorry. The great kazoo. God is dead. She came back as a trans woman. Hey. I would still have problems with God regardless. It's okay. Oh, it's okay. You don't have to worry about Minecrafting about killing God. You can't kill something that doesn't exist. So therefore, it's not a violation of terms of service. No, Cajun. Some of us don't like torturing ourselves with really bad movies. We just watch the old, TBR reviews of them. We had Hannah and Jake to go through those for us. Maybe. Well, there's a Is there a fourth one coming out? Why? Why? No, you know what? Why ask why? Money. That's why. They go to the center. Jesus fucking Christ. No. That's too much for me.
I am witnessed in the book that tells how I came about, the Bible.
I am talked about in almost every science textbook. Their information often changes and disagrees, but it's all the truth.
Yeah, learning new things and adjusting with the things you learn is totally the wrong way to do it. You have to stay exactly the same even when you're proven wrong. That's the religious way. No, I don't want the trailer. No, I'm good. I believe you. I do not need the trailer to prove it to me. The Bible has a lot of fun stuff in it. Like me. I'm in there too, technically. There's a whole book of the Bible that has my name on it. Hoo 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 hoo.
At least for today.
My book has stood the test of time.
And has been translated by several people thousands of times over. There are over 40,000 different denominations. But it's all the same, even though we all believe different things and have different rituals. There's even one that involves snakes. But it's the same. It stood the test of time. Except for the books that weren't added in. It's weird like that. I know, right? Books written by different inconsistencies. What? Hey, that's my high school AP biology book. Can it explain all the misconceptions they've had in this video? Don't worry. I'm sure in one of the other videos they open the book and misunderstand it intentionally anyway. See, Cajun, if you came to the Doctor Who listen-alongs, you'd know my real first name. You don't get to learn that. Quinn knows it. Quinn knows it. They were there. It was revealed and through the magic mysteries of Spotify. The Bible says you can change the patterns on cows by making them look at stripes. Now, has it stood the test of time? I know. Well, it happened this past weekend. Yeah, Quimby probably knows it. I wouldn't doubt it at this point. I'm just saying I know for sure Quinn knows it because Quinn saw it. Zan's name is Zan. Quinn's in denial. His first name is Orpheus. Nah, I'm too fat to walk on water. It's not Jesus. Dove's name is Doug.
Like the God that revealed it, my truth never changes.
I am clever storytelling.
So slavery is still okay, because God never changes. Except when Jesus came and completely changed the Old Testament stuff to not be, a thing anymore. But nope, completely the same, never changes. There's so much wrong with this dipshit. This is only like a 6-minute video. We're, about a minute 45 in? Let's keep going.
If what you see doesn't fit with what I'm saying, we'll make it fit. I only need a small amount of evidence to be considered true, because everyone wants to believe me.
I am the search for truth, the narrow path. Even when you're given amazing evidence I was made by the Creator of
I am
all,
narrow-minded.
most will not acknowledge me.
I simplified the sentence.
You believe in me, even if I'm wrong. Which, of course, I'll cleverly cover.
Then why is the Bible wrong? Sorry, had to clear my throat. That war never changes. Yeah. But Jesus also said he didn't come to change God's law. Yep. Except the things he said that changed it. Yeah. Did no one think to hand her a hairbrush before they start filming? That's be nice. Let's not make fun of them, especially with the way I paused the tall guy. It's hilarious and pretty much the face I think of whenever I think of creationists. So, totally consistent. The Bible called Pat's a type of bird. Correct. That did.
You will be ridiculed if you believe in Jesus the Creator, but in Him there is hope and purpose.
You're ridiculed a little, yes, because frankly, the zombie carpenter is a bit of a weird one, but I think it's believing that everything else is real, like talking snakes and getting like animals to change their stripes and shit. Also, the talking donkey. The incest is a bit weird too. from Lot and his daughters. I'm just saying there's a bunch of stuff to make fun of you over that isn't Jesus related, you know? You don't want Jesus in you? What about Jesus? I've heard Jesus is pretty cool. Yeah, most people are... Well, most people are religious. I won't say most people are Christian, because I haven't seen recent numbers from, like, all over the world. Like, in the U.S., yes, most of them are Christian. Counting the world as a whole, I don't know. You'll be ridiculed for believing the same religion shared by, like, 3 billion people? Yeah, totally. And the bear that ate those kids because they made fun of a bald man? I know! Such an inconsiderate bear.
I'm a fingerprint of the eternal God, and you are a reflection of his image.
I'm a forgery!
I am freedom. I free you from having to be responsible to anyone.
How? Camera's over here, honey. Look forward, not off to the cue card.
But yourself.
Freedom to die. I point to the one who gives freedom to live.
Unless they send you to hell, in which case you have to die.
Freedom to be loved by the one who knows you inside and out.
That put you in a position to go to hell because they created original sin and didn't really set up anything except like, hey, here's somebody to die for the sin, but I'll still send you to hell anyway, even though you're forgiven.
Forever.
I reflect a society that declares we don't need God.
Plenty of people that understand evolution is a real thing are still religious. Maybe not evolutionary biologists, but people that understand science. Yeah, there's still Christians that are believe in science. Just saying. Well, they're probably adding stuff like the survival of the fittest, which is social Darwinism, which is not the same thing as evolution. Just saying. Correct, Cajun. Correct. These schmucks couldn't invest like $50 in a teleprompter. Yeah.
We are our own gods, if you must use that word.
That's Mormons.
I reflect the designer of everything from this vast universe to the smallest part of it.
The designer who can not design things to make any sense. I mean, have you seen a giraffe? Holy fuck, that one artery is screwed.
His ways are far beyond our ways. He
God doesn't reason.
doesn't need us, but yet he calls.
We're like, what's the word I'm thinking? We're like sea monkeys in a jar. That's how God treats us. We're little sea monkeys. We're things to play with and have fun with and destroy when we don't please him.
Will you hear?
I am heard from the loudest voices, rock stars, movie stars, even many of your teachers, even powerful religious.
Wait, go back. What?
Will you hear?
I am heard from the loudest voices, rock stars, movie stars, even many of your teachers.
Yes, because there are no Christian rock stars or movie stars or teachers. I don't think this analogy works the way you think it does.
Even powerful religious leaders.
Yeah, and there are powerful religious leaders that speak different religions, so you have competition, don't you?
I am the still small voice calling you to follow the Creator
You are still one of the biggest religions in the world. Suck a giant dick.
and submit to him as a savior.
Yes, prostrate yourself before him, peasants.
I call a fetus a glob of tissue, a choice.
I mean, yes, it is a choice. The choice to have sex is one part of it. The choice to, use protection is another. The choice to end a pregnancy when you don't want to care for a child is another. It's all choices. It's a string of choices. It is not something that is laid in stone that you have to follow a path for.
I call it a masterpiece of the Creator from the very first cell.
Because I'm an idiot and don't read my own Bible and realize that's actually not true.
With a lifetime of choices to make.
I am millions of years of death.
Yes, because the Bible is nothing but life. No death. Do not read the Genesis section.
Death?
Yes. All the death through natural selection brought about life. Millions of years of death to get here. Death is my champion.
Yep, stillbirths are a true masterpiece, didn't you know? The still small voice. I know. Hi, Coldster. God damn it. I saw the emote. I'm being good. I'm trying not to make the joke. Skillet intensifies. Skillet's okay. They're not the worst band out there. I've heard way worse religious bands. Damn you, Cold Stare. Also, hi. 25% of all pregnancies that end in stillbirth are masterpieces of a benevolent creator. You know it.
And time and chance are his allies.
Time and chance. I mean, time matters, and don't know if chance really counts in that, but I mean, the longer stretch of time you have, the more likely something's to happen.
Yes, I, the creation, groan in pain because of sin and death.
I created it, and I hate it, but I created it because... yeah.
But death was the payment for the wrongs we commit.
The wrongs that were committed by people who don't understand the difference of right and wrong.
Not a way to advance the world, yet within me is also evidence of new life. The way I am sustained.
Like the witch trials. Great life right there. The Suck Underneath Some Teenagers' Beds is a masterpiece. And hi, Liza, how you doing?
The miracle of a tree growing from a tiny seed. All point to my creator, Jesus Christ. The one who stretched out the universe and allowed his human hands to be stretched out and nailed to a cross.
He was really weak and pathetic like that.
To pay off that death sentence for me and for you.
That God created because he made the loophole. And original sin. Frankly, this is all God's fault.
It's free for anyone willing to admit their wrongs and believe that he died and rose again.
You know, for about maybe $9.99 at your local Christian bookstore.
Amazing life. Eternal life.
Life that we don't know much about in the early stages. We know about when he's an adult, apparently, but nothing about when he's a kid. That's apocryphal and actually not part of the canon. Shh. Here's a poem about that tree. It sucks.
Believe in me, and you can have your own way today and die tomorrow.
I mean, everyone dies tomorrow, technically. Or today. Time is relative. But as far as our own way, yeah, we can make our own way. Though that's nothing to do with evolution, but sure.
And I will be served. For when you die, there will be no reason for your random existence.
My dad came and my mom. The only part that was random was which sperm made it to the egg. Fun fact, my parents gave me the coffee table that they conceived me on. So when I moved out, when I was after I graduated high school, I was setting my feet on where I was conceived while watching anime. Fun facts that you didn't know about me.
Believe in God and you will find ultimate purpose.
The purpose is to bow down and worship him forever and ever. Amen. As a mindless drone. Yep. That's a purpose, all right. I believe the one that has actual observable proof. Wait. Yeah. No. That happened. Yeah. Here's the... I told you it was a fun fact you didn't know. Didn't say you had to know it or needed to know it, but there you go. No. It was okay. I have to explain this. I will give you a visual of what I mean. It was more something like this, but very 70s. I'm sure you. I hit the wrong button like an idiot. Anyway. So, no, I just hit the wrong button. It's hard to find. It's a really out-of-date design. But it has this kind of, like, design, like kind of like this. Kind of like that... Okay, it's actually like this, like, Western design. But it was like a wooden center with, like, cushions on the side that looked like that. It was weird. I wish I could find it, but I doubt I will. Anyway, yeah, that's my story, conceived on a coffee table. I hope I'm back. Everything's still... You can hear me? Okay, yeah. Just making sure. I don't know. I'm not the one that had sex on it, so I couldn't tell you. Yeah, one day it came up, and I was told this. Mind you, it was a little while later. I can't remember if it was after I'd met my ex-wife or before. It's hard to remember. But, yeah, no. Your family tells you the weirdest things.
The plan he had for you since the very foundation of the earth, because he loves you. Stop!
Choose me.
Hammer time.
Just accept it. Nod your head. Agree, then move on.
Choose me, just accept it, nod your head, in agreement, and move on. That's literally the religious thing?
Oh man, I've claimed the lives of so many.
Yes, religion certainly
Today
has.
you believe in me a little. Tomorrow, you believe in your myth a little less.
A lot of the time, yes, though some people still choose to believe it, that God had a hand in evolution, which, weird, okay. I still want to know. I would literally die on the spot. I've heard way more embarrassing things, and I can deal with it.
No, think. Don't just believe because everybody else does. Because if you look, really look, at me and the words he revealed, you'll see him.
Who will I see? 3-year-old Zan. Where do babies come from? Zarens. Well, you see that coffee table over there. No, I wasn't that young. My parents weren't the type to talk about that kind of stuff to me.
Find him and you will find life. Eternal life.
Until you die, and then you become a ghost thing and go to heaven maybe if you've been good enough. And again, you worship God forever, and that is your life from day until night, dusk until dawn, forever and ever. Amen. Because that's all we're here for. God's ego.
It's your choice. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life
And death.
blessing
And cursing.
Why are creationists so
Therefore,
fucking weird?
choose life, that both you and your descendants may live.
Yeah. Yeah, we know secretly you were being religious.
I hope. I really hope it makes you think.
That's why we turn off comments. And the like-dislike bar. So anyway, they later admitted they bonked on a coffee table to make you. The evidence of them not being that type of parent is slim. No. As I've gotten older, and as me and my sister both got older, they were a little more lenient. In fact, it's my own influence that has caused my parents to cuss a lot more. I mean, hell, growing up, my parents never said fuck. But lo and behold, they say it more often now. Oh, because they need a narrative and they need to lie and obfuscate. That's why, Quinn. Because they're just terrible people who don't want to tell the truth. They prefer their convenient lie that makes them feel good and warm and fuzzy. Look where I disqualified, so why would I make myself sad? Fair. So, I will let you all choose. Do we watch another lesson on this, lesson number 2, on radiometric dating, or do we go to the wheel again? Spin that wheel? Okay. Let me take off the other one so we don't have to hit it again. Debunking evolution? Goodbye. Quinby really wants to move on. Personally, I say another hand. You want another piece? Okay, here's what we'll do. And poll. Right there. Right at the top of the screen. Do the poll. Another debunking Evo. Or spin that wheel. I'll leave it up to you. I don't know. We got pretty good conversation out of this one. Hey! Hey, V, how you doing? Didn't see you sneak in. Come on, you gotta do that vote. It's 50-50. On a tie, I get to decide. And I don't know. Radiometric dating does sound like it'd be a fun 11 plus minutes. Ooh, we got another spin that wheel. We did learn how it was made. Probably doggy style, if I had to guess, with the positioning of everything and how that table wasn't exactly big. And considering my parents aren't exactly tiny people. I mean, they weren't big at the time, but they were thinner. It should be like right at the bottom. If you're on mobile, if you're on anything else, it should be at the top of the chat. You can just tell me which one you want if you can't find it, and I'll put it for you. Ooh, it's 2-4. Running out of time. I've been here looking for a bit where I fixed... oh, the dryer was broke. What happened? Considering the coffee table survived to your high school years, I'm reckoning doggy. Very likely. It could have been missionary if they were doing like the long ways version, because it wasn't like a square. It was like rectangular. It was long. So, who knows? And I don't know if it was on the cushion or if it was on the wooden part of the table. I never asked for the details personally. It's all up to the imagination. Cajun, which one do you want? Hurry, tell me and I'll vote for you if you can't vote. This conversation makes me so uncomfortable for some reason. We're talking about boomers banging. That's probably why. An off comment, Quinn. That's why it's happening. We're gonna have to spin that wheel. It was yeah. So parents have sex too. They used to. Don't think they do anymore. Yeah, it was 5-3. So if you were going to vote for it to stay, it would have been 5-4. So that's the end of that one. Some of them can hear the kids. Nah, I don't think my parents were that kind. Shout outs to the bird feeder or the backyard of this house. There you go. Anyway, let's hit that wheel and see what we're going to get. So far, it's been a fun time tonight. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting one. So, let's get back to our lovely list here for the content mine. Let's drop down here. Let me find it. There we are. Are you ready? So, this is... not what I needed. Woke U.S. Army goes full cringe SJW. Marine reacts. Because we can't have shorter fucking titles, can we? I have no idea how it was made, and at this point I'm afraid to ask. I forget why it was volunteered originally. It was something about the coffee table when I was young, when I was like graduated from high school and shit. It came up sometime. I don't remember anymore. You know this anime? Which I don't watch Fate's Day, so I'm not familiar with it at all.
Oh wait, wrong video. I forgot about the Army's new woke anime SJW program. Let's go.
I too like saying buzzwords and talking like I've had like 5 cigarette fucking packs a day.
So, yeah.
I might doze off, not quite back to my usual sleep pattern yet. Hey, that's perfectly fine. At least you got to sit right here, and then I got to make you feel really icky talking about my conception. I'd say that's a win all around.
I'm not
I mean,
sure
if I was a parent,
youngster,
I think I'd be a counterpoint to like all non-sexing parents.
Human beings, anime characters, or what? So the calling. We got a lineup of people here. Represents, I don't know, the minority of America. Why they're doing this, why they're putting their money towards this program, this recruiting tool. I haven't even seen the whole thing. We'll find out.
Okay, so question, are you saying you don't want minority people to join the military? Don't you usually complain about how minorities don't pull their weight in this country when it comes to like right-wing idiots like you? Yet they're trying to recruit minorities to come in and be a part of our weird death parade that we call an army.
No.
This This is the story of a soldier who operates your nation's Patriot missile defense systems.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
It begins in California.
All right, so I like the part about a soldier who operates Patriot defense missile systems. Sounds like a good job. Kind of a techie job, but you know,
We were all the
sounds
cynical
good
fuck.
so far.
With a little girl raised by 2 moms.
What?
So why does it matter if there's 2 moms?
Why would it matter if it was a husband and wife? Because it just is. It's something that happens, dude.
1 mom only, latchkey kid, 1 dad only, 2 regular. Oh, let me back up. Sorry, YouTube. 2 heterosexual parents that have a child. I don't think it matters in the recruiting
Okay, here's the thing. If it didn't matter to you, you wouldn't be bringing it up right now. Fuckwit. Just saying.
tool. Trying to understand how the taxpayer dollars are being used for this, because this thing's.
Yes, because it's saying, hey, we accept people. Got it. There you go. Yeah, he did just say regular. You heard right.
Were pretty hard.
Although I had a fairly typical childhood, took ballet, played violin, I also marched for equality.
Wait,
I like to think
give
I've
him
been
a minute.
defending freedom from an early age.
When I was 6 years old, one of my
Now the U.S. Army's got a whole slew of those, and I'll do a little bit towards the end, but you'll get the point here.
Has a whole slew of those. What are those exactly? Whatever the fuck your name is. I'm not even gonna bother to learn your name. Yeah, I know, those. Yeah, true.
This video's on YouTube. It got the comments turned off.
Couldn't imagine why that might be.
Take a look at the like ratio to dislike ratio.
Yeah, couldn't imagine why that might be the case.
Oh, epic fail. The Army came out and said, well, we turned the comments off because it's against our core values. So like a government institution, you're paying for it. They turn the comments off.
Oh no, how awful. You can't comment on the thing except you're commenting on it right now.
Because the people paying for it don't like it. Huh.
moms had an accident that left her paralyzed. Doctor said she might never walk again.
Now, when I flip through this, just looking at it from afar, I go, oh, there's a mom and a dad. Like they couldn't make a more of a stereotype on this video because it looks like the woman in the bed, it's a woman, mind you, is a man.
No. No? Wait, what? Isn't this a lesbian couple? Is this dipshit? Okay, am I wrong? The person that is in the bed, the other mom, is a trans woman, right? Like she's cis, just lesbian, or am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. From what I remember, it was supposed to be a lesbian couple, but is he just stupid? I mean, he is stupid, but is he just stupid? Is that the problem here? I'm just okay. Sure, whatever. Let's keep going with this fucking idiot.
You know, you could have two women parents and not do the stereotype to the nth degree.
What stereotype? What? What's the stereotype? Some people have long hair, some people have short hair?
But she tapped into my family's pride to get back on her feet. Eventually standing at the altar to marry my other...
What is this Mickey Mouse shit?
Marriage is a bad thing. Guys, peoples, friends, folks, everyone, question for you. Is getting married gay? Just saying. Getting married is gay now? Is that a thing? Is that what we're getting implied here? They're getting married. What's with this gay shit? Everything is... I mean, technically you're not wrong. What was this? When you hear your new neighbors are lesbians, expectations, reality. Yeah, they expect WWE, that's for sure. They seem like nice people. I don't know, maybe. TBH getting married is kind of gay. Yeah. I wouldn't know. I mean, I did it once, but I also got divorced once, so I'm on the record there. Contractors before marriage is gay. True.
What in the name of Jesus Christ are you animals doing?
Oh my lord.
What?
I have no words. Just look at this.
Yes, it's two people in front of some person, maybe religious leader, getting married, renewing their vows, maybe. Now, or maybe. I don't know. Well, congrats on being on marriage too and being happier. My partner heard somewhere that eating dessert is gay and also eating breakfast. Man, I eat breakfast. I like a good dessert. I have a lot of words. It's usually fuckwit bigot needs to shut his mouth. But, you know, those are the words I think of here right now.
Now, I've got a real good friend, 2 moms.
Oh, he knows some gays, everyone. It's okay, he knows some gays. Some of his best friends are gays.
They want to be stereotyped into the, you know, the short hair, kind of tough, rugged, and then the...
Is she tough, rugged? Is the short-haired one tough and rugged? What? Oh, what? Eating is gay because you're putting stuff in your mouth, and gay people do that when they sex, so... There you go.
Feminine.
She looks feminine. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't see something masculine here. I see something feminine. That's a couple things. Like, if you're saying, like, she came out dressed like this, maybe I'd say that was more masculine. You know, the suit would maybe be more masculine. This isn't masculine. What's masculine here? Am I wrong? Am I dumb? I have short hair and I'm not a lesbian. Argument debunked. I have short hair and I'm not I guess I kind of am a lesbian. I do like women, but I'm straight, so it's not really a lesbian kind of thing. But I do have short hair and do like women, so does that make me a lesbian though by proxy? Night, young one. See you in the morning. Get something on your sleeve. It's the glasses. Glasses are very manly. You know, maybe. How does that fuck with the... I don't know.
Beautiful blonde woman? I don't know. I wouldn't want to be. You know.
Yeah, the person stereotyping here is actually you, dude. Can we make Zan an honorary lesbian? I mean, hey, look. Night, buddy. See you in the morning. I mean, I'm exploring NB, but I wouldn't say I'm trans. All right. I has connections. Ooh, you have connections? You can help me get into the secret lesbian program. Anyway, but like this dipshit's the one stereotyping here. Like they're not stereotyping here. Like some people just have short hair. It just happens. Not everyone has long hair. That is necessarily going to be feminine, but not everyone that has short hair is necessarily masculine. There's not necessarily a masculine and feminine in a relationship of all kinds. I don't get it. Oh yeah, your mom was upset about short haircut. Yeah, people are weird.
Oh, I'm not a big SJW warrior on stereotypes.
You are. It's just you do it for your own side. Your little little signaling there, buddy. You got your floodlights a going.
But if you're on the fence on this commercial, this is going to push you right over the fence, running away from it.
Is it?
With such powerful role models, I finished high school at the top of my class, and then attended UC Davis, where I joined a sorority full of other strong women. But as graduation approached, I began feeling like I'd been handed so much in life.
Yeah,
A
I know, right?
sorority
Long
girl
hair's annoying
stereotype.
to me.
Sure, I'd spent my life around inspiring women, but what had I really achieved on my own? One of my sorority sisters was studying abroad in Italy. Another was climbing Mount Everest. I needed my own adventures, my own
Well, there's a good part of this video, this propaganda. She needed her own adventures. So,
Hey, fun fact. Yeah, it is propaganda, but most things from governments are propaganda, just saying. Not just the things you don't like. The things you like are propaganda, too.
what this has to do with Emma with two
The
moms,
SRW,
like that
social
was the big
repression
part of the
warrior.
video,
There you
right?
go.
Strong woman, getting after it in the U.S. Army. What this has to do with anything reminds me of the Army getting rid of the shark attack. We want to be loving.
Is trainees being ordered to lift and hold their duffel bags above their heads.
It was mass punishment, so there was nothing to achieve, there was nothing to gain. It was, quite honestly, it was survival. Just survive whatever was getting thrown at you. But
we're trying to go after a part of the population, our recruitment pool, that's like this big. Like a woman raised by two women.
That's not what it's aiming for. It's saying, hey, people like you that are part of this, we welcome you too to come and help us murder brown kids around the world.
Who want to go in the U.S. Army. We're talking the nth,
Yeah, you're not wrong,
smallest,
V, you're not wrong.
teensy-weeniest bit of the population. All right. Is it the best use of taxpayer dollars? It's the best recruiting tool. Let's get to the bottom line. Is this the most effective way to market to young recruits? You guys tell me in the comments. Do you think this is effective? Let's keep moving.
Not really, no. It wasn't effective because everybody called it out for what it was. Propaganda.
A way to prove my inner strength.
It's like total anime fest right there. I guess.
No, it's not. Anime is a very specific style. This isn't that. Animated, yes. Anime, no.
Guess we gotta dumb it down so much for the youngsters. Because they can't understand a human being, a human boy or a human girl.
This is a human. What? Being animated does not make it not a human. It's an animated human. What am I doing? He's an idiot. I shouldn't try to explain anything to him.
We have to understand a cartoon character to get into the Pokemon or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh, he wants them to suffer because suffer
come
makes you
on,
good
US
soldiers.
Army, they need to fire their marketing department immediately.
Can we just fire you from
They're
life?
terrible.
I like
The
that.
whole
We can
deal
just
with
get rid of
getting
you,
the
and my
shark
life's
attack.
easier.
The U.S. Marine Corps is not doing
Because I don't have to
better.
look at you.
They get into
But
a spat
I got
with
given this
Tucker
video,
Carlson about
so
something. Who knows what it was?
It is,
Stay
yeah.
doing military shit. Stop doing social justice shit. Let me give you a pro tip. Stay out of that genre.
Here's a pro tip. You stay out of it. That's all I got. I just don't want to listen to you talk.
My singing voice took me all over the world. But no matter...
Oh, this is another one. We're going to taste this a little bit and then cut out because I don't want to put you fine viewers through the pain.
how far I traveled, how many things I experienced, I kept returning to a feeling inside.
Wait. Whoa. Hold on. Wait. Before I go any farther. This guy doesn't want to make us fine people suffer through this next section. The next section's about to be about a black person, isn't it? From the image we just saw, the outline of the person talking, and then the picture on the wall there. Oh boy.
Now, these are real people in the U.S. Army.
Yeah.
So somehow the U.S. Army says, hey, we're looking for a woman who's got 2 female parents to do a recruiting ad. I don't think I'd sign up for that. I don't want that in my life. I don't want to look like I'm some disadvantaged, woe is me soldier.
Oh no, the white people may become minorities. Isn't this awful? Woe is me. Aren't you people crying that right now?
I grew up in an army family. My dad, uncles, and both of my grandfathers served. So as soon as I turned 17, I asked for my dad's blessing to enlist. But having served in the Army during the Vietnam era, responding to civil...
Oh, wait. The victim card. It's coming.
Wait, what? No. Is this idiot about to say that having to have served during the Vietnam War... No. Is a victim card. Because he suffered trauma from one of the biggest fucking military blunders in U.S. history. Look, I'm not somebody that's going to sit here and rah-rah for the military. I will never do that. I have sympathy for Vietnam troops. I really do. What we did in Vietnam was some messed up fucking shit. It was a completely pointless war that killed a lot of people on our side and on their side, and this one hurts me a bit. Like, it irks me. I know people were fucked up from Vietnam. I get it. Like, I've seen the photos from that time. It's horrific. The shit some of these people saw, I would never wish on anybody to witness or to experience firsthand. So I gotta see this victim card.
You know, the Army, for you guys that don't know, put in the comments for you guys that were in, is disproportionately, or the military, disproportionately minority. So what I mean by that, 10% of the country is black, it's probably 15, 20, 30 military. Great thing, right? And you don't care who you work with. Like if the person's purple and they're good, you say, hey, I want that purple guy.
Oh, I have nothing to say. I just want to let that sentence that you just heard kind of hang there for a minute. Just for a minute. Take it in. Okay.
The dinosaur, Barney.
Rest. He said no. He had his reasons. So, I turned to singing. First on the Strip in Vegas, then after a performance at the Apollo.
Oh, and remember, young people in my viewing audience, you can't make the decision yourself. You're going to go to your dad who was in Vietnam.
Hey, you know, you don't have to get permission to marry someone's daughter. You don't have to go to their dad. That's just some antiquated bullshit. Just do it. I mean, anyone in the South that tells you otherwise, well, they're just old-fashioned dumbasses. Come on. Do you see the hypocrisy already with this fuckwit? That's my favorite word, fuckwit. I love the word fuckwit. I will use it a lot for this white trash piece of shit. Yeah, it's always before they said something racist, you're not wrong.
And go, hey, it's a lot of discrimination in the Army when I was in, so you shouldn't join in 2021.
Because we haven't fixed a lot of the issues with the Army in the last, 50 years. Just saying.
Does that make any sense?
Yes.
And what dad, this is a good one, what dad of this child in 2021 is going to have served in Vietnam?
Okay. We're going to have a little fucking history lesson, do a little math. Vietnam War. The Vietnam War happened from 55 to 75. Okay. So the Vietnam War lasted a long ass time. When did we enter it? Does anyone remember when we actually entered the war? Have a good night, Quimby. Thanks for coming by. Yeah. It was a 19-year war. I just... How? How? Okay, if someone was 18 and joined the war in the fucking mid-70s. Okay, at the latest. So that's the latest. So let's say they joined in 1968. Okay, so they were born in 1950, turned 18, drafted. They're there. And you think that from being born in 1950 that there are not people that are in their 80s? And remember, the person in the story didn't just turn 18. So this happened probably back in like the 90s. Maybe the 2000s, but possibly the 90s. It's very fucking possible to have a parent that was part of the Vietnam War effort that had a kid that came of age during the 90s and the 2000s. Just saying. My parents were both born in 54, so. In 19 years of senseless death, you're not wrong. What a fucking moron.
That's like my mother's age, and I'm an old boomer. U.S. Army fail number, I don't know, 50 in this video.
Top cruise line.
You sucking at math is not the fucking Army's fault.
Where I spent 5 years traveling everywhere. Over 70 different countries.
I think I'm watching BuzzFeed or Vox. This, I want to hear from you, fine viewers again. Is this an effective tool? And if you think it is, tell me why. Did it, like, connect with your heart?
I'm not behind Army propaganda.
Because the point is not connecting with the goodness and the virtuous of everybody, but getting people to join the Army. That's the point. And thanks for watching.
Oh my god. No. Don't try to sneak ahead. God, that was fucking painful. Whoa. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, really. Alright. Here we go with the next spin. What do we got? Oh no. So, who's ready for some Tate speech? Oh boy, it's been a while since we've listened to our old friend Tate. Alright, let me find Tate stuff. I got two of them here. Let's go with Only Women Should Cook by our old friend Andrew Tate. Are you ready? Make sure the caption's on. Let's enjoy.
I've lots to say, of course. I'm busy. Flying around in private jets, flying around with AKs.
God. Okay, I'm gonna try it. See if I can boost this up a little bit. Sorry, 1 second. It's so goddamn quiet.
Ukraine, saving people from hostage situations, making millions of dollars, driving around.
Wait. Let's go back.
I've lots to say, of course. I'm busy. Flying around in private jets.
I can't turn it up any higher.
ARs in Ukraine, saving people from hostage situations, making millions of dollars.
Yeah, he's been saving people. Right.
You wish you had. We don't have it. It's not good enough. Because you know what? The universe actually gives people exactly what they deserve. The universe has given you exactly what you deserve, and not a penny more or a penny less. You deserve what I have, you have it. And you don't, because you're not as great as me. You've not been through what I've been through. Anyway, let's get on to something.
You know, I'm still waiting to hear a story about him wrapping a car around a pole one day, the way he drives.
And he was telling me, oh yeah, Tate, I want to be rich, blah, blah, blah. like every dude says, yeah, I'd love to live, your life, driving the car.
I wouldn't want to live your life.
I'm at the guy's house.
I can live a way better life than what you got.
And we're sitting there chilling. And I was there for about 6
Yeah,
hours.
saving people.
He's like, yeah, it'd be nice one day. Anyway, I'm hungry. You want something to eat? I was like, nah, I'm fine, bro. So he gets his ass up. He's a full-grown man. He starts to cook himself something to eat. Now, I know you amateurs. As an amateur, you think, what's the problem? You're at your friend's house to make himself some food.
Hello. Nikki and me fool, how do? Tate is insufferable. Tate is very insufferable. Oh, God, yeah. Tate is one of my favorite people to hate. But, okay. So remember the video we're watching is only women should cook. So this guy, this friend of his is getting up to cook him some food. To make himself some food.
But amateurs don't understand the world because amateurs do not analyze the world. As a professional,
Yes, you're a professional tool.
I was analyzing the actions of said individual, and I completely understood why he will remain poor for eternity. You're sitting here telling me you're upset that you're broke, and you're going to spend time, and everybody knows the age-old adage, time is what?
Money.
Money. That's right. Time is money. You're going to spend time preparing food. Now, actually think about this for a second.
Yes, because there is no such thing as rich chefs or anything. Well-known chefs with Michelin star restaurants. Nope, not at all. People do not get rich and famous for being cooks. Especially men.
If you're broke, if you're not a millionaire, the last thing you should be doing with your time is cooking.
Yes, you should starve to death.
I can't think of a lower ROI activity than walking to the fridge.
Just have your mommy cook you
taking out
nuggies
some
5 head.
ingredients. Ooh, onion. Well, let me get the onion. I'm gonna start cooking. Fridge, onion, and some lettuce.
Yes, we know you don't know how to cook, Tate. We can tell.
Cut my onion. You're broke. You're fucking poor. You can get rotisserie chicken for $5. Boom. Chicken, bang, eat, bang, back to work. You can fucking do a million things.
Hey, Tate, got a question for you. This chicken, does it just magically appear, or do you have to take time to go to a grocery store? And if you do it ahead of time, do you not have to then take time to reheat it? You're still taking time. Oh, I would love to see it. That'd be great. What's this say? A suggestion for this man? Let me see what it was. Yeah, well, Tate's an idiot. He doesn't really get this shit. I think he became religious not so long ago, yeah. So he believes in magic, technically.
You can go for a run. You can get in shape. The time you spent cooking, if you dedicated to kickboxing, you could have got paid from kickboxing.
Tate, you realize for something like kickboxing or sports in general, especially if you're going to be on a professional level, involves a good diet. Most of the time that means people are cooking meals for themselves that fit within that diet. Not everyone can hire somebody else to cook for them, and buying stuff that's pre-made doesn't tend to always give you the best results when you're having a certain lifestyle when it comes to being an athlete. So Tate, you should know this. You're just spouting bullshit to seem cool because frankly you're pathetic, but I'm just saying nonetheless. Took stupid and applied Super Saiyan 3 to it. True. That's true. He became like Eastern Orthodox or some shit. I don't remember. Yeah, also, that'd be a perfectly good waste of a dildo. Let's be fair.
You could fucking be a traveling piano man with the time you've wasted cutting fucking onions. If you're broke, there is zero reason why you should ever prepare me.
If you're broke, how are you affording just to buy food in the first place? Frankly, buying food as is tends to be more expensive than buying the individual ingredients and making it yourself. So you're saving money cooking rather than spending more money to buy the stuff. There you go.
If you're a multimillionaire and you're a boring one, you're not a fun one like big cigars, big fast car. If you're one of the really boring ones, and you have all the time in the world because you're rich and you want to cook, sure, waste your time, right? But if you're not a multimillionaire, your time is extremely important as a man. That needs to be dedicated towards world conquest. There's no need to prepare food. Either order some food, which can be done very cheaply and very healthily. A bag of salad for like $4. Bang, done. Or instruct a female to provide sustenance.
Oh, there it is.
Cook. And get back to world.
Me hungry. You, woman, cook for me. Make big strong. Can't see over forehead slope. Yeah, I know it doesn't, if you know what you're doing. I'm not the best cook. I will never, ever, ever admit to being a good cook. But I'm not incompetent.
Conquest, you have better things to do. So I'm sitting there, my friend's cooking his meal, and I start telling him, you're a jackass, you're gonna be poor forever. What do you mean?
Who wants to keep this man as a friend? Seriously.
Everyone's broke. Doesn't that prove me right?
No. No, it doesn't. You vapid shithead. It proves you're a fucking waste of space. You know, eat the rich. That's a great way to go about this, and you'd be one of the first I'd love to see happen to.
That proves me totally right. I can't think
Oh,
of
yeah.
any more stupid for
But Liza, he's extra fucking dumb every day.
Are you broke? Yes. Do you cook? Probably.
It took years
Do
of
you
bad
not
meals to get there.
see the
True.
problem? That is a complete waste of your human time. The cooking, the preparation, the cleaning up afterwards. You're gonna do this 3 times a day? The fuck is wrong with you? So this became my new worldview, and I'm going around telling everybody, you're broke, you cook, you're a jackass. Oh, you ain't got Lambo? I bet you cook food, don't you, bro? Boom, boom, boom. Some fucking dork takes a bunch of steroids, he's a tough guy. Yeah, but you know what? A real man cooks a real steak. You know, when I cook my steak, I do what a real man does. You know what a real man does? A real man gets in the cage. A real man becomes a 4-time kickboxing world champion. A real man has $13 million. A real man has 17 supercars. A real man has a property portfolio. A real man has the police chief of the city he lives in on fucking speed.
A real man lives in a corrupt place where he gets what he wants because he's rich with the little bit of money he's got because it goes a longer way in the European country, and he couldn't live the lifestyle he likes in a more civilized country where, you know, that kind of shit is a little bit harder to get by with, right? Right? I would love to see someone just knock him down a few pegs. Figuratively, of course. But I think we'd all have to see it. Yeah, I know, Liza. Pretty much, yeah, that's exactly what it is, V, for sure. That is exactly what it is. He has no respect for women.
Broke ass house with his ugly ass wife cooking steak. That's bullshit. You think you're a real man because you managed to cook a steak. That is a cop out. That is the ultimate symbol of failure. If you're gonna say that your credentials for masculinity are putting meat on a fucking stove. Do you know how I cook a steak as a real man? I instruct one of my 7 girlfriends. Meat, now. Boom. It turns up perfect. Tabasco on the side. Nice glass of ice water. I ain't gonna do shit. That's how a real man cooks a steak.
You're lazy, we get it.
Cooking is important or manly, or there's a good tough way to waste your time, a good pastime, or you're just sitting there going, well, I need to eat, so I'll just cook. You do not understand the true link.
They make a stunning risotto, yeah.
On an objective and success. Because I promise you, when I was broke, I didn't have time to cook. I was too busy learning how to get fucking rich.
You punched things. You punched and kicked things, and you got rich that way. You didn't learn anything about being rich. You got lucky in fights. You trained and beat people. That's it. Yeah, that's enough of that. Ugh, fucking Tate. Told you the pain was here. He's a taste of an idiot, yep. You can get... Yeah. Yeah, you really could. You really could. Alright, next video, because... Woo, that was rough. Oh. The video link? 1 second. That should be it. Maybe. It's very possible that Storm could, but I don't know. Double check just to make sure. It just leads to that. Let me do it this way, so it's not part of my video thing.
The most important thing.
But I'll give you the actual link this time. There you go. Here's the actual link, not the one that's part of my list video stuff. All right, we're going into the next spin. What horrors are we gonna find? I guess it's kind of a reprieve, right? So how about some case cooking? I got a special one today. Hey, Robot, if you're still here, are you ready for some case cooking? Let's see. There it is. Are you ready? I better turn this down. It'll be loud otherwise. 1 second. Whew, there we go. I don't want to blow my eardrums out. I love you all, but not that much to kill my ears. So I hope you're ready. We're going to be doing chicken and sausage gumbo.
Hi people, and I'm back cooking again, and today I'm going to be doing a chicken and sausage gumbo.
She looked confused on what she was doing.
I've got 2 smoked sausages. I'm going to cut them up. Not too small, not too big. Then I'm going to put the chicken in here, and I'm going to let it cook in its own juices, and then because the juices that come from the chicken and the sausage is to be used for the sauce. Now I did mention the sauce earlier on. Apparently the sauce is just butter and flour.
Wait. Just butter and flour. Okay. Okay.
Because it's supposed to be a brown sauce.
No.
I don't think it's going to become that.
You came back to Kay's cooking, Dove. Welcome.
Now I'm going to put all the ingredients. As you can see, I've got
Lovely woman. Awful fucking cook.
Everything on there, exactly what it says. Teaspoon of everything. I've got garlic. I've got thyme. I've got
True.
I've got them,
now, I would force feed him her food every day. Oh, chicken and sausage gumbo. She's trying to make like a sauce, like a brown sauce.
And I'm going to mix that. That's probably how it's going to turn out, right? Then there's some water to add. So
this is a nice cleanse. I mean, after yes, this is definitely a cleanse.
Like a sauce. I hope we get in there.
Yeah, definitely. I was about to say, yeah, you melt the butter before you do it. She put the butter in, like whole, without doing that first.
Stirring it. I'm going to put some garlic sauce in it. Not too much, because that's it. And I'm going to stir it because it should be like a sort of a brownie stuff.
A brownie stuff. Okay.
Oh, it's not bad, yeah. I don't like a lot of garlic, so so this now has to be put on the chicken.
It's not brown.
Put it in the oven.
That's not brown. That's beige.
With a little bit of salt, not too much salt, and then cooked a bit longer.
Yeah.
And then, well, then it's the
By the way, we're almost at the halfway point. If you want, we could do one more K after this.
All this, as you can see, I've got the chicken and the sausages.
Yeah, a little bit sometimes, Jesse, but it's okay. We're all suffering on this one.
I think that's a bit too thicky, that. Never mind.
Nah, it's not that pale, Cajun, I don't think. I'm pretty pale, so I don't know if you're paler than me. This is not oh, it's still chunky.
10 minutes.
It's still chunky.
Like I said, everything's done. The sausages are cooked, the chicken's cooked. I'm going to put it in the oven for 10 minutes and let's see what happens. As you can see, I decided to cook it a bit before I added the rest. And if you're wondering what these are honey onions. I've started buying them. That's already
Honey onions? Honey onions? Is that...
cut up. So they need spreading about. And it's supposed to have been a green pepper, but seeing that I didn't have a green pepper, I got a red one instead. So there we are. Now that can go back in the oven.
A gumbo.
To cook the peppers and the
Gumbo.
Right, as you can see, it's all done. But it's all done.
No, it's not.
Now it's the taste test. The chicken.
Did she finally stop having her son eat it? I can't tell if she likes it or not.
That sauce is absolutely gorgeous.
If you say so.
Gonna be a link in the description to my merchandise. If you like what you see, please keep viewing me. If you want to give me a...
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, she seems like such a sweet person. But we're talking atomic levels of cooking. Just woof. So I'll let you all decide here. Do you want to do one more case cooking, or are we going to move on to another video? Because that was it. It's a short one. It was unpleasant, but not the worst we've seen. We've seen worse. We've seen the meatballs. Move on. I mean, we can. I'm not going to say no. But I need to know what everyone wants to do. He was uniquely painful. Okay. Alright, I'm starting to see some move-ons. I think we can move on. Okay. Let me take K off, because that was K's spot. And the wheel shrinks even more. Look at that. What's our next painful adventure tonight? Let's see what that next piece of raw ore is. Your dear grandfather's rolling his grave. Woohoo! Oh, Dr. Dino. Oh, this will be fun. Let's see. Where is you? Haha! We have Dr. Kid Hovind, extinct animals that may exist. Are you ready? Let's enjoy this insanity. And mind you, this is from 2015, so it's a bit old.
Evening, here's an interesting article someone sent me. 5 extinct animals that may still exist. The Epic Times. And it's theepictimes.com.
Oh god, Epoch Times. Everyone says
it
Epic, it's Epoch. I don't care what anyone says.
That might still exist.
Yeah, he was arrested recently for domestic abuse. Never would have suspected that from Kent. No, never. Not from such a good, Bible-loving criminal like Kent Hovind.
Which, of course, I've always said, how can you prove the extinction of anything? Wouldn't you have to be all places at the same time?
You don't have any reported sightings of an animal for a long time. It's considered extinct generally if you have an idea of how big the population is. Now, an animal can be spotted later and be brought back and become as extremely endangered from extinction. That happens. We've thought coelacanths were extinct because we hadn't seen any for a long time. There'd been no eyewitnesses, and then eyewitnesses happened. So like, oh, I guess the coelacanth still exists. It's that simple.
To know something is extinct? Now, I'm not saying animals aren't extinct. I'm just saying it's a very difficult, pretty high threshold, very difficult thing to prove anything is extinct. Anyway, they're talking about the passenger pigeon and the thing. But number 5 on this list, I'll let you go there for yourself if you want, is Mokele Mbembe. Mokele Mbembe.
What?
Which I have talked about for 2 decades. The living dinosaur in search of Mokele Mbembe.
Okay, I'm curious. What is this supposed to be? Mokali and Bimbe. Oh, yeah, cryptid. Of course, it's a fucking cryptid. It's a cryptid. It's not even something that existed. It's a cryptid. It's the Loch Ness Monster. It's Bigfoot. It's the fucking El Chupacabra. It's not a real thing. For one who stops the flow of rivers. It is a water-dwelling entity that supposedly lives in the Congo River Basin, sometimes described as a living creature, sometimes as a spirit. Those that heard or that allegedly saw the entity described it as a large quadruped herbivore with a smooth skin, a long neck, and a single tooth, sometimes said to be a horn. A very long four-legged narwhal? I don't know. Land narwhal. That's my headcanon.
I believe is how they pronounce it. Well, this one by Joey.
Well, good news. We're getting a mix of really bad creationism, religion stuff, and conspiracy theory stuff.
Book cover's a little torn here, but fascinating book. There have been many, many expeditions and people claiming in the Congo, Africa, there are still small, 20-foot little living dinosaur. There's what the natives say it looks like, right there. Now, I don't know. I've never been there. All I can do is read about it. But this book on prehistoric survival.
But I thought just reading a thing that says something is true is bad and wrong, Kent. Like reading the evolution books. The book says it doesn't mean it's true, right? But you're willingly believing the story of the weird one-tooth horned long-necked dinosaur thing down in the river basin. Where was it at? The Amazon? Congo. Part of me doesn't want to look because I might jinx myself and not get this job, and other part of me wants to be prepared in case I do get it. Well, Dove, I believe in you. And I believe you can get the job. I believe it'll be a positive thing that you get back, a positive reply, so
I bet I have
think
read
positive.
Over 200 books on the topic. Carl Baugh has done great research on dinosaurs that may still be
Carl Baugh. God, that's a name I've not heard in a while.
In Glen Rose, Texas. William Gibbons has been over there twice. He and I wrote this book together.
Oh God, that dinosaur.
Jaws and Dinosaurs. I don't know if we have any of these left, if it's still in print. Theodore, maybe there are some left?
Okay, this is one of Kent's books. And I'm gonna say this. I think he might secretly be a scaly. I'm just saying. That dinosaur is being pretty fucking suggestive. Am I wrong? But I mean, it's giving you the bedroom eyes. Kent, I think you might be letting us know a bit more about yourself than you intended there with that old book.
They still sell it. Okay. Bill Gibbons and I, let's see, there's Bill's picture there, wrote the book. Now, Bill has a website. Let me get that up for you. He's been there twice to the swamp. It's called the Anomalist, Anomalist, anomalist.com. Talk to Bill. He's been there twice. Ogopogo I've talked to Arlene Gall, and people have written about the Ogopogo in Lake Okanagan in British Columbia, Canada.
Jesus Christ.
The Lake Champlain monster has been reported as being a plesiosaur in Lake Champlain between New York and Vermont.
Oh, God,
I talked to
Champ.
Sandy Mancy. My interview with her is on my video number 2 about...
How can this dipshit be against evolution and believe in these fucking cryptids? It's so dumb. I mean, I understand why he would not believe in evolution and to believe these things, because they don't fit within the confines of how evolution works. But, yeah, no. Why would we want to let reality stop his imagination? Who are we?
2. I don't even know. It's been a long time since I did my seminar. But my video about dinosaurs in the Bible, video 3. And I talked to Sandy. I said, Sandy, do you think you saw a dinosaur? She said, no. I know I saw a dinosaur. She and her husband and 2 kids watched.
I see dinosaurs all the time. They're called birds. It's like believing in heaven and hell, but also believing in ghosts. Yeah.
It for 10 minutes. Anyway, that book, Sea Monsters off California's Central Coast. This one was excellent if you want to get into this study of what is called cryptozoology. Now, most of these authors are not Christians, but they're open to say, hey, look, maybe there are some still alive, like the Cadborosaurus, or Missionaries in Monster, another book by Bill Gibbons about the topic of how many missionaries have
Jesus
reported
Christ.
things. Of course, Loch Ness Monster, there have been who knows how many books written on that. I've read a lot of them. New England's Marvelous Monster.
You're not wrong there, Liza, that's for sure.
This one, I don't remember. It's been a while. But it's
Joel Osment, I see
a
dinosaurs.
variety of things besides what may be living dinosaurs. But The Mystery of the Loch Ness Monster, that was a good one.
You
Bernard
believe in literal
Purcell,
living
Monsters and the
dinosaurs,
Track
but
of
don't believe
Unknown
that
Animals.
birds
That was a
are
great
dinosaurs.
One, pretty good-sized book. Also, I think, Hoofelman's wrote this one on the Track of Unknown Animals.
Okay, is this just going to be him showing us book after book after book about about cryptids? Not even like talking about them, like, oh, there's this one in here, and I know the writer of this one, and this is the one I wrote. This one's not Christian, but this one was talking about this other animal, the Ogopogo. And is that really it? Talking about one animal for 8 minutes that doesn't exist, and other things that you think kind of relate to it that don't exist. I'm gonna call this one. I'm good. I don't need to hear Kent talking about more stupid shit. That was just woof. That was just dumb. I know. How do you make cryptids boring? Like, you can talk about some cool shit, but he made it boring. Jesus Christ. Took the gay out of them. There you go. Alright, next spin. Let's see if we get something more exciting than old Dr. Dino. Oh, how about some Dave, everyone? Do you want some gloop? Oh God, no, I'm not doing that. I am not doing the fossilized penis. Alright, so this video, this one is Sexy Honey Salad, Dave's cooking show, so it's Sexy Honey Salad. I hope you're ready, 'cause here we go. He's got 321 views on this one, and a whole 7 thumbs up, and 6 thumbs down. Dave's going up in the world. Just a warning, you know how Dave is.
You know, at Dave's Diner, we care about your health. I mean, who the hell wants to look like this? So with that in mind, we're...
Dave, those in glass houses. Those in glass houses. Just gotta say that.
Introducing our new Sexy Honey Salad. It's also what we use to make sure the waitresses can fit in their uniforms. Okay, the first thing we gotta do is make our
Gotta
dressing
glove the heavy and
for the
sexism
salad,
there.
And this is a real basic, simple honey mustard dressing. What we have is a half a cup of mayo, 3 tablespoons of yellow mustard, 1 tablespoon.
I think after he hasn't seen his penis for the last 5 years, he kind of gave up on seeing himself. It was just too depressing.
Salt and pepper to taste. And then you just want to give this a mix and give this at least a couple of hours in the fridge, if not overnight. All right. Now let's move on to the honey garlic chicken. You're going to want to start off with 1/3 of a cup
The gift of gloop.
honey. And get a little spoon because honey's notoriously tough to get out. 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and 6 garlic cloves that have been minced.
You thought this was a sausage guy?
And then you just want to grab...
Jesse, we do not sit here and defame the name of ordinary sausage by thinking that ordinary sausage and Dave are anywhere close. I feel insulted on behalf of ordinary sausage. Ah! The alcohol helps him forget he can't see his penis. There you go. By the way, has there been an update on the man-off that he's supposed to be doing with Jake? Has there been, like, any change? Yeah, it has robots, right. Ordinary Sausage has people that care about him. Dave's got lonely people on the internet that pity him enough to watch.
Some salt and pepper, of course, to your taste. Grab a whisk and whisk it up. And that's the sauce for the chicken.
I haven't seen any.
And in a pan over medium heat, let's cook our chicken. These are 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts that weigh about a half a pound each. But honestly,
Well, I know he accepted, but it hasn't been any update. That's the question. You'd enjoy a nice sausage from sausage.
Kosher salt and pepper. And then you just want to cook till they're...
Okay, the thing is, Liza, to even get to the point where you can touch it with a 50-foot pole, you have to find
the
it.
magic of cooking show editing, our chicken is done. Just checking to make sure it's at a nice 165. Remove from the pan. Set in a plate so the chicken can rest for a bit. Okay, then with that soy sauce we made, deglaze the pan a little bit and reduce the heat. Don't worry about this bubbling up. It'll come back down. Then return the chicken to the sauce mix. We're getting close to assembling the salad. And you can either spoon it over, but what I did is I just kind of turned the chicken over in the sauce and moved the sauce around it. So it worked out fine. So, next step, let's assemble the salad.
No, not really. I don't. I hate. I don't want them both in the same place. I'm afraid that things would explode from just the singularity of insufferable.
And then we're going to add some bacon bits because, well, let's face it, everything is better with bacon. And then that honey garlic chicken we made, I chopped up into roughly 1-inch, half-inch pieces, whatever.
You could have cut the chicken smaller than that.
And then that dressing we made. And that's really it. Sexy honey salad. Done.
Right, done. It's... So real quick, I was watching something earlier when I was looking through, and it looked like he was live streaming earlier, and it was, what was it? No. Let me see if I can find it. Or is it just not published right now? Let's skip ahead to Dave's weird, like, lesbian obsession.
Thick Skull, what's the one idea that he comes up with? The one original idea that comes through his head in, like, the first 5 fucking years for his channel? Oh, let me just eat some...
No, that's not the one that I was seeing earlier. It looked like he was talking about veganism earlier on a live stream. It probably just hasn't been put up yet as an upload, so... I'll have to come back to that another time and look at that. So, we're not going to watch more Dave right now. I just want to double check and see if that was on here or not. So, looks like it's not. So, we're moving on. That was Dave. Make sure it's... Nope, I hadn't taken it off yet. Boop. Bye, Dave. Fuck off. Moving on to our next video. What we got? Fuck. God damn it. Well, Robot, I hope you're happy at least. F what? What F? Was it just because it's John Doyle? Don't orgasm in my stream. God. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. It's 23 minutes. And this is exposing the Cuba PSYOP to spite the CIA. Epically. So. Are we ready? Are we prepared for this? For 23 minutes of John Doyle. Now, mind you, I will stop if it's really bad. But here we go. Burn it all down. No. It doesn't work. He doesn't live in this part of the country anymore. Remember, he moved from Michigan down to Texas. I live in Ohio. That's a bit too far away to the fire to work. Anyway. So let's listen to some Hack Off Commie with John Doyle.
Fellow patriot, the Cuban communist regime is cracking down on the Cuban people who are fighting for freedom, homeland, and life. As we saw with the demonstrations at the White House on Sunday, pressure is building for the Biden administration to take action to help the people of Cuba. The time for action is now. Today, the American Conservative Union, Bienvenidos US, Republican National Hispanic Assembly, and the Tea Party Patriots, along with the House Cuban Working Group, will hold a press conference and rally demanding action by the Biden administration against the oppressive communist dictatorship of Cuba.
You know, you could just get rid of the sanctions. The embargoes and stuff, you know, that would help. I still have a 20-second candy cleanse. What? What? Okay.
Buckingham Palace has announced the death of His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh.
Definitely a good beat. Sorry. Back to this bullshit.
Join Senator Marco Rubio, Leader Kevin McCarthy, Rep. Mario Diaz-Balart, Commissioner Brendan Carr, Senator Ted Cruz, Rep. Alex Mooney, Jenny Beth Martin, Rick Scott, Gordon G. Chang, Matt Schlapp, and Mercedes Schlapp for a rally at the U.S. Capitol. This is an actual email that I received from the conservative leadership in this country. Think about this. Right now, there exists a person who wakes up in a very small apartment in one of the more dangerous areas of Washington, D.C., which they share with 2 other people. This person gets dressed, picks up 4 iced coffees for his superiors, and then goes to work as an intern for no pay. This person writes that email, goes home afterwards, convincing himself, assuring himself that he's had a productive day. He tells himself that he's a DC operative. He's making moves. He confuses proximity with influence. Oh, I hand Matt Schlapp a coffee every morning. This means I have pull. And this person is literally convinced that parroting CIA talking points in an email to well-meaning conservatives in this country, particularly our wonderful baby boomers, is a legitimate endeavor. You could...
Don't suck up to the baby boomers, John. Don't. They fucked us over bad. Don't suck up to them. I know you're already a pathetic little weasel, but that's low even for you.
Replace every instance of Cuba with America in that email, and it would make perfect sense. It would make more sense, but they don't want to do that. And they don't want to talk about that because their allegiance, as we mentioned in the last video, is not to the truth or to Americans, but rather to their own self-image. So we're going to go over why all of a sudden this is a huge deal, the truth about what's happening in Cuba, what's actually happening in America, why we're so fixated on this idea of communism as our enemy, how this whole issue affects our identity.
You mean the Red Scare 2.0? It's because of conservatives. That's why we're focused on it.
And how everybody talking about it is either grifting or falling victim to it, except us, because we're geniuses. And we're going to stay tuned with adequate audio quality this time.
I don't care enough to listen.
Don Doyle in. Heck off, commie.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to
we're going to
Look at
unionize
us go.
for
Second video of the week. Good audio, good video, which means I don't have to get shot with frozen paintballs, and I don't have to give $1 billion to black people. I was really looking forward to one of them.
What? Where the fuck did that come from? The hell was that? Just... wow. Right across the bow there at the beginning, aren't we, though, in there, John? Jesus fucking Christ. Hold the shots a little longer before you have to start going mask off. Fuck.
Which one? It is for the reader to decide. But yeah, it's been really interesting the last few weeks kind of watching just how quickly and with how much passion the right can truly mobilize in this country, and also just how disappointing it is that our energy is typically redirected into something that
no, Robot does, but Robot just likes staring at John on mute.
It's like a pressure release valve, right? And if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that...
Oh, it was there. I skipped it because I don't want to see it. I hate listening to it.
Tie into each video under that umbrella in their own way. So for a while, it was family structure. We did over-sexualization and premature sexualization. We did neocons and fake conservatives. Now I think we're kind of like in a transitory phase where we've been hitting on that while also covering things like the importance of having power, having political infrastructure, etc. And
Yes,
Usually
a fascist
depends on
job,
what
we
I've been
know.
thinking about recently, what I've been reading, but I bring this up now to illustrate that point as it pertains to the whole Cuba thing. And we might not be on the same page yet, you and I. You might be asking yourself, now wait a minute, I thought we didn't like communism. The Cubans are being oppressed by communists. America must fight back. So just know we probably agree on the problems, but not necessarily the solutions to those problems. So just keep that in mind, because a lot of people have been doing the same thing that the left does when you disagree with them. You know, the whole, oh, well, you don't like gun control? Well, you must...
You want me to get rid of Doyle. Look, I don't like Doyle either, but this is the rules of the game here. The wheel spoke. This was content that, sadly, I picked. Now here's the thing. The content mine stuff was open for anyone to send stuff. A couple people sent me stuff, and I had to find stuff, so you suffer with what was brought. If you want me to move on, that's gonna cost you. Just saying. And I don't mean that figuratively. You can start dropping some subs and some bits, and we'll skip over it. But beyond that, we all suffer. It's a duck, you like it. Cajun, I trust in your drawing ability, and I'm sure it's a spectacular duck. But still, I can't... We know you're not suffering, Robot. You're a bit special when it comes to this kind of thing. You let your dick do the talking for you, or the thinking in this case, I guess.
Support people dying. Oh, you don't like Congress drafting legislation to grant the Biden administration war powers to deal with Cuba? Well, you must support communism. Like, let's not blow things out of proportion.
You remember how to suffer? I do.
In a matter of weeks, even days, probably. The majority
I was
of the
married.
right in this country
I remember how to
fired up
suffer.
about Cuba, about fighting for the liberation of the Cuban people.
This is saying
etc.
all marriage is
Meanwhile,
suffering,
we
but
literally have political
marriage
prisoners in
can
this
have a
country
lot of
who are being
suffering.
held in solitary confinement because they walked into a building after being told that they're
Whoa.
fighting for the liberation of the Cuban people, etc. Meanwhile, we literally have political prisoners in this country.
People held after Jan 6 Capitol incident, some not charged with a crime, still being held in solitary confinement. Hey, John, you want to cite some sources here, buddy? I love you don't put, like, where it's from either. Well, I don't see anything here. I question this. I know it's evil, isn't it? But hey, you can always encourage other people that have credit cards to do it. Yeah, I know they weren't charged with a crime like insurrection.
Country who are being held in solitary confinement because they walked into a building after being told that they were allowed to by federal police. So,
John, that's not what happened at all. See, some of us have eyes and watched it happen live. They didn't just waltz in. I mean, they did, but after people broke windows and busted through the door. And yeah, some of the Capitol Police let them go through because, well, fuck the police. But, yeah, no. Yep, exactly, Cajun. They were, and John wasn't crying then, was he? Only what happens to the conservatives and mostly white people that do it. That's the secret.
just keep that in the back of your head while we talk about this, that if real people, good people, real conservatives were able to take power in some of these institutions, like think about the impact that we could have when given that opportunity to direct the energy of the country in a positive, effective direction. It would be beautiful. Also, by the way, by popular demand, we're doing merch again soon. Be on the lookout for that. I don't have Twitter anymore because I got banned for telling people to call their congressman, so it'll...
Yes, that's why you were banned, I'm sure, and not anything else. Right.
Will be announced only here or on Instagram, so check that out. But anyways, the meta point here for this whole thing, this whole Cuba thing that we need to seriously digest and internalize is that the media in this country...
New offer? What you got? They diminished the suspect's severity and guilt in due process, correct. Wasn't Doyle there that day, but was too much of a bitch to storm the Capitol. I don't remember if he was actually there. He might have been. I don't know. I will not make a claim on that one because I don't know. You've been putting your writing skills to use. You have. Well, that's fantastic news for you. But how does that save you from John Doyle? And we're only 4 minutes in on this. Well, going on 5. And the longer we pause to hear these offers, the longer it takes. Smarter than the average QAnon. That's a low bar, Liza. That's not really saying much. I've talked to enough QAnoners. They're pretty fucking stupid. But come on, what you got? Because I'm going to have to hit the pause button until you talk again.
Our elected officials are prioritizing
news aren't going to get you away from Doyle.
We'll talk about in a second. Of course, this is nothing new, but why is it that in this particular case, these people are more comfortable defending Cubans than Americans? Like, why are they more comfortable standing up for the freedom of the Cuban people than for the freedom of the American people?
Because they're not standing up for freedom of the American people. They're wanting to take away people's freedoms in America, John. That's well known. You've not been paying attention. Secular told me to do it. I am writing gloop smut. I can give you an exclusive never before seen excerpt. Okay, let's be fair. Number one, this seems like a very interesting little side job for you, and I'm very happy for you if you're enjoying it. The big problem here is I'm not seculoid. So I love you, Cajun. I'm just saying it. That's not going to get rid of the John Doyle. I'm sorry, as special as it is.
Maybe what's happening in Cuba is terrible. Maybe it's just as bad as they say. I'd believe it, but that's missing
But
the
yeah,
point.
I don't.
And I mean
I
this in
don't
the most
know.
sympathetic and respectful way possible. I do. But as long
I don't want
as
to
there
hear
are
it.
American
It's like,
citizens
is
being
it that Dave's gloop comes
by
to
a
life and
weaponized
fucks, or does Dave
conglomerate of
fuck the
intelligence
gloop?
agencies,
What
law
is
enforcement
even the story
bureaucracies,
with that? I
big
don't know
tech
how it
companies,
works.
Financial institutions, payment
my brain
processors.
can't get
as long as
together.
that's happening in this country, I frankly don't care in the slightest about what is happening in Cuba. It is of virtually no importance. And if you disagree, you're a globalist.
You can send it to me. You know what? I get this lovely delete button. Oh god, we have something from Bryson Gray, do we? We'll take a quick reprieve to see this bit of dumb. It's interesting that all the disgusting things in our culture is funded by... Ooh! 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 Wow! Wow. I stopped. Wow. That's okay. Once I got to that word, I stopped. Whoa. Like, I had seen something earlier about him talking about a few things, but it wasn't this mask off. Jesus fucking Christ, Bryson. Woo. Woo. I need a second after that bombshell. Fucking Christ. You know what? I'm gonna be nice. Hang on a second. There's your poll. There you go. Make your choice. Gee, I wonder which one Robot picked. I knew it was bad, but holy hell, I didn't realize how far down the pipeline. Yeah. Wow, that was bad. Yes, no, I am Ancestor Robot. Basically, yeah. I'll click that in a minute. Oh god, 2 people voted that. We will. Oh, guys, you know that if you make Doyle bottom, it's going to be continuing the video, right? It's a hidden yes. You better get them to start voting no if you don't want more Doyle, because we'll continue. I think some people voted not paying attention to what they were voting for there. What? John Doyle is unbreedable fucking Christ. Well, if you haven't voted, vote. Get in there and vote. If you want, vote no. You still have time to vote. Get another 2 votes, and you win. I'm not voting. I would vote no, but I have to stay out of this. I have to be impartial. There's still at least 2 people that had to vote. There's only 6 people voting. There's more than that in viewers. Oh, God. You had to go for that one, did you? The robot answer. Too many of you people are horny against your own damn good. We'll get a quick cleanse in before we continue. We'll take a few minutes of Cats. I'm gonna turn the music down at least. God, look at those claws. I'm sure you voted for the meme, but you voted a yes for that meme. I think we needed a break, especially after that Bryson Gray tweet. Jesus Christ. Aww. Cute. Don't worry, we're not going to watch all 11 minutes of it. Just a little bit longer. We flew too close to the sun this time, yeah. Here's the thing, if it showed up on stream, I can clip it later. I make highlights. It ain't going anywhere. Alright. That's enough kitten for the moment. We'll go a little bit longer. And then we can switch to something else. I doubt we'll cover all 20 minutes of this.
Like, that's what that means. Because as a sovereign nation, we have to prioritize our best interest, and our government is supposed to prioritize our best interest. And when that doesn't happen, that's a serious problem. It's not sustainable. It is suicidal. And the icing on the cake is that not only are we not being prioritized, but exactly what they have used to spark the ire of the public is what is actually happening to American citizens on this soil. So it's not just like with trade policy where we lose factories to Mexico or China.
In things that aren't happening, John Doyle, everybody.
We're not being prioritized. It is literally that we, as the dissenting voices in a society that is occupied by a hostile regime, we're being persecuted.
What? This is a hostile regime. The Biden administration is a hostile regime. Joe Biden is leading a hostile regime, and people like Doyle are being persecuted. Sure, whatever you say, Boobala. Jesus goddamn Christ. Yeah, I understand, Cajun. I hate Doyle too. Like I said, I picked some things because I had to fill in some spots.
For that dissent. And the people who understand that are suppressed by the screams of the mob who have been commanded by the people who are supposed to be representing us that, well, we really just need to be focusing on Cuba right now. They don't have freedom in Cuba. Okay, well, we don't have
Pure as a
freedom
form
here,
of
and we haven't
discrimination.
for a very long time. So, I don't...
What? You know, freedom? We haven't had freedom. What freedom do you not have, John? To not be racist, really? Because there's some social consequences now. I mean, if you want to be Nick Fuentes that badly, go for it. We're not going to stop you.
Exactly understand why multi-million-dollar media and activism campaigns for Cuba are in the cards right now. That's not true. I understand it perfectly well. And it starts with Teddy Roosevelt. Great president, great man, but he understood something very well that we have...
A progressive candidate at that. Progressive for the time, to be fair. But a lefty. Not a conservative, John boy. So, for those that have no understanding of U.S. history and how the political party system works, the Republicans during the time of old Teddy here, well, they were a bit liberal. Still kind of racist, but that's just America in the general sense, but they were a liberal party. Yeah. Grapers raise my blood pressure because I know people like that. Yeah.
I've lost touch with as we've lost our sense of national identity. Chicken versus egg, I guess, whatever. That's the idea of the hyphenated American.
Yeah.
I read to you this quote.
One of the really shit things that Teddy did was the whole thing with Panama. That was some fucked up shit he did.
I believe was from a speech to the Knights of Columbus in 1915. He said, "There is no room in this country for hyphenated Americanism. When I refer to hyphenated Americans, I do not refer to naturalized Americans. Some of the very best Americans I have ever known were naturalized Americans, Americans born abroad. But a hyphenated American is not an American at all. The one absolutely certain way of bringing this nation to ruin, of preventing all possibility of its continuing to be a nation at all, would be to permit it to become a tangle of squabbling nationalities, an intricate knot of German Americans, Irish Americans, English Americans, French Americans, Scandinavian Americans, or Italian Americans."
That's a lot of white people there, John.
Each preserving its separate nationality, each at heart feeling more sympathy with Europeans of that nationality than with the other citizens of the American Republic. There is no such thing as a hyphenated American who is a good American. The only man who is a good American is the man who is an American and nothing else. I agree with that one.
John, did you notice something there? Did you notice some omissions there, John? Now, mind you, there was still the whole Irish people and Italian people aren't really white, but they were European. Did you notice the lack of Asian and African nationalities there? Did you catch that, John? Just saying, Correct. They're hyphenated people, Americans from the wrong places.
100%. That should be completely obvious and not at all controversial to everybody. Like, if you're going to be an American, then you have to be an American.
So we can not worry about traditions and cultures, right, John? We're all American. Regardless of where we come from, even if we have different traditions, it doesn't matter because now it's all American traditions. Right, John? Right, John? So, like, all the people that come from, like, somewhere in South America and Central America, they're just Americans now. And everything part of their culture is part of American culture now because they're American. Right, John?
If you maintain allegiance or loyalty to the country from which you originate, then America can't even exist because eventually everybody here will just be here, right? Like, they won't be an American in any sense besides geographically, and the country can't survive that way. We've talked...
That's literally how anything works when it comes to nationalities. It's just location. It doesn't matter beyond that.
About this before, too. The nation of immigrants, that talking point, why it's not true.
It's not true. What? Sorry, Sorry, the sounds you're hearing are my brain sputtering to a stop on that. John? John, we literally are. Yeah, have a good night, Dove. Thanks for coming. Still, keep us up to date on the job thing. Good luck there. We all pulling for you, and we believe in you. Sorry, my brain needs a second to comprehend the fucking stupid thing I just heard. It's... Okay. John. Are you a Native American? In that you are part of the native tribes of people that lived in the United States, in the land that is now called the United States. Is that who you are? Because if you're not, then you are an immigrant. You're somebody who is not originally from here, from the people that lived here. You immigrated to this. Your people immigrated to this land because it wasn't even later on. It was like, well, the Native Americans lost it in wars. Yes, to several countries like France and Spain and England, and then the U.S. became its own separate thing. But there were still the French and the Spanish. So even if you fought in those lands, you still had immigrants. Ellis Island exists. We have books of people. I can't stand it. Oh, God. This fucking revisionist history bullshit with this asshole. And people like him. God damn it.
Think about the term in itself, though. A nation of immigrants.
Which is a fact.
The term itself is corrupted.
How?
The word nation means a distinct people with...
Okay, there is still the aspect of an American identity in a lot of ways. But the thing is, America is a bunch of places that came together to create that identity. A distinct people, it's not distinct people, it's just a body of people united by common descent, history, culture, or language inhabiting a particular country or territory. Here's the thing. We do have common culture between us from border to border, top to bottom, left to right. There is an American culture. It's shit, but it's still a culture. I know, right?
The shared history, culture, language, etc. How can you be a nation of people if all of those people have different languages, different cultures, different history?
That's how empires happened, John. You know that, right? German Empire. Like, these were all kingdoms and empires for the longest time. And then they invaded other places and expanded. Colonialism. I'm gonna give this a couple more minutes, and I think I'm done with it too. This is just so dumb.
Impossible. A nation of immigrants would be defective. It would be irreparable because...
John, you're definitely defective. I will give you that. You are definitely defective.
There can be no square one. There are no shared roots, and you can't have a shared destiny if you don't have shared roots.
Destiny isn't a thing.
It would simply be this population of competing interest groups fighting over wealth and power to be allocated to their particular groups.
Yes.
Ring a bell?
Yes. That's nations. That's politics. That's capitalism. That's just how it works. That's humanity in general.
So here's basically the problem. You now have a large Cuban-American population in Florida, which is an influential and important state for Republicans and results in the GOP's...
Yeah, the shared root. We all came from somewhere else. Well, most of us did. Not all of us. A lot of us did, though.
Catering to their specific ethnic wants above the needs of the American people and the national interest. And this is not to disparage Cuban-Americans or Americans who are of Cuban descent. However you identify, don't take it like that. It's not the point.
Sure,
you
it
love
isn't.
America. You love our history. You love our culture, our values. That is great.
Yes, if you love our racism, it's a fantastic thing. John Doyle approves.
This is simply to illustrate the problem because a lot of people don't seem to understand that if your adopted country is in disarray, then you are obligated to prioritize the needs of that country first.
Maybe, unless you got family in the other country, in which case, Shouldn't you prioritize where family is first?
There can be no hyphenated identities. There can be no dual loyalty. You are either an American or you shouldn't be here, frankly. That's the same thing that China would tell you. That's the same thing that Russia would tell you.
Because that's who we want to kind of mold ourselves after, China and Russia. I think we're done with John. This stupid hurts. I'm good. I've gotten my fill of John. I'm fine. We're good here. John Doe is still painfully fucking dumb. He hasn't gotten better since moving to Texas. I think he might have gotten a little worse. Speaking of the South, did you know that Greg Abbott caught COVID? Did you catch that news? Weird, isn't it? Yeah, being born in a place is not a personality. That is for fucking sure. Yeah, he's definitely more mask off since moving to Texas. You're not wrong. He was getting mask off before he moved, but when he started planning the move and getting down there, oh boy. I think it's since he joined that podcast. Whew. Alright, moving on. God damn. Oh, fuck. From John to Jeremy. God damn it. See, if all of you had just sent more shit in, I could have not had to pick people we knew. No, Cajun, you can keep them. Alright, we got instant regret. Woman rages about video game easy modes and demands the world caters to her. Are you ready? Are you ready for some Jeremy? The great piss boy, the basement dweller extraordinaire, the man whose wife gets pizza way too often. Because now you got him. And there's no captions here. I cannot help you. So, warning, I can't. You're just going to have to listen to to Jeremy.
All video games need easy mode.
I agree with that, actually. I agree with that stance of having easy modes in all games. For reasons.
Losers. They're just losers. We have very stupid people. You're not a real gamer if you play games on easy mode, people. You can scoop right along there, Buster.
Get the fuck out of here.
Because listen, I love video games. I am a big kid with a big kid job and responsibilities like car payments. How stupid.
Jeremy you can deal with. John bothers me because he's like Ben Shapiro with a sliver of charisma. Jeremy is just a dweeb.
Stupid are they? I don't want a challenge. Life is hard enough. I want a cool interactive story. Go home to mommy. Go home. Bye.
Yes, Jeremy, we know you're a conservative.
Go home to mommy. Go home to mommy. What happens is I get frustrated on a fight I can't beat, and I end up giving up, and I lose out on so much cool story. Tell her to tuck you in bed. Video game creators, this is my plea to you. // all video games need easy mode.
Oh boy, here we go again. A fine message terribly delivered yet again by the...
Was it terribly delivered? I've listened to you talk. I mean, I'm sure you would understand bad deliveries on a personal way, but I think she did fine. I've seen worse.
This contingent of weirdos that think challenges in life are difficult.
No, that life is just difficult and has a lot of challenges, and they just want to enjoy something.
Now, I will say, there is absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing, wrong with playing games on easy. I don't think I've ever done it. At least not on purpose.
There's nothing wrong with playing games on easy mode. That's why we're going to have a 13-minute video about it.
There's a reason there are many difficulty modes for you to choose from. Where there is a problem is demanding it or shaming games for being too difficult. We've seen games by the studio From Software. Obviously, we know Dark Souls. If you grew up in the era I did, almost every game you played was difficult. I grew up with Nintendo, where if the game wasn't broken, it was brutally difficult. Games like Ninja Gaiden...
Got that caps lock stuck, did you?
Castlevania, at like 9 or 10 years old, brutal. Then you had games that were just difficult for no reason, like Fester's Quest or Battletoads.
Fester's Quest was just badly designed. It was difficult, and it was just bad design. Battletoads was just hard, yes. We get it, Jeremy. You're old, like I am, and grew up on the NES stuff. I get it. But here's the thing. I think easy mode should be a universal thing in all games. Because there are people who may not have the time to enjoy a game that has just like an incredible difficulty to it, and just want to enjoy the story in it, or just have fun with it. There's also people that might have certain physical disabilities. They may not be able to handle the more strenuous natures of a lot of games, and in easy mode at least let them enjoy a game. And hey, if having an easy mode stuff would help sell it to more people, that's good for the capitalist, isn't it? So how about you stop whining like a little bitch about somebody wanting easy mode and all the stuff, because hey, they'll sell more copies if more people can play it, right? Just saying. Those games are difficult because they were coming off the ports from arcade cabinets that were designed to milk quarters out of you. Yes. Yes, that is exactly it. Though it wasn't just that they were arcade ports, they were also just made with that mentality still in mind of the quarter muncher. It wasn't just that they're like, oh, they're porting it. They were in a lot of them, for sure. Like Castlevania even had an arcade version. But it was just that game designers were still in that mentality. Even if there was stuff like the ZX Spectrum and the Commodore 64 and that before the NES, you know, we saw Atari and all that, but the quarter muncher was just an ingrained aspect of game design at that point. Balin Wonderland, Jesus Christ.
Games that weren't supposed to be brutally difficult, but ended up being that way. And you know what's interesting about that? You remember them.
Yes, it's great to remember bad games. What? Like, good games, sure, but we remember the bad games because they were bad, too.
I remember raging at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles level where you have to swim through the seaweed.
Oh, God, I hated that thing.
I remember running out of continues. Yes, that is something that happens. I remember the meme of the Battletoads surfing episodes, how difficult they were, or stages. I'm not saying that a game being difficult automatically makes it better. I'm also not saying that a game being difficult for difficult's sake is a good thing. But what I am saying is games are allowed to be difficult.
Yeah.
And
they're allowed to be easy, too.
They're just not for you then. If you want to play easy video games, play Nintendo Switch.
Jeremy. The Switch has tough games too. Yeah, I know. The Nintendo stuff is easy. I'd love to see Jeremy go through certain games. That's not true. Love to see Jeremy go through Octopath Traveler. That'd be fun. Yeah. Jeremy, we get it. Your pro elite gamer personality's coming through, man. The PC Master Race, so awesome.
These are games targeted towards people with not a lot of time, or maybe a kid's audience, and they're supposed to be relatively stress-free.
Yeah.
The Mario series, things like this, these are relatively easy games for the most part. That said, there's been this contingency in
Breath of the Wild, yeah.
Games media, for example. Whining and complaining when games are too difficult. Creating the straw man. Like, Twitch streamers are sick of being shamed for playing on easy.
Jeremy, do you hear the voice you just used? This is what we're talking about. You're like, oh, well, having easy mode is fine. It's like you're complaining about people wanting an easy mode. So it's not fine to you. Do you see the problem here already? Do you see how you're being a hypocritical piece of shit already? I'm not saying Dark Souls can't exist and be a difficult, painful experience that I don't ever want to have any part of. I'm saying if an easy mode would help people enjoy the game, have it. Add it in. It's fine. It doesn't take away from your badass ability to go through and get through all the bosses and get to the end of the game and unlock all the stuff because you did it the hard way. Cool. You can have your gamer cred. Maybe people just want to enjoy the story and the atmosphere and the character designs and all the other things that make a game, not just bragging rights. You know? How did he not get banned for pissing live? Well, it doesn't happen on camera and they can't prove it. But Jeremy, you're a Twitch streamer. At least I think you haven't been banned yet. I don't fucking know, and I don't care if he has been. Yeah, definitely. Those aren't easy games.
Tough. Look, there's nothing wrong with playing.
Liza, don't call me out like that. I have no urge to play Dark Souls games. I suck at Souls-like games. Did none of you watch me try to play Neo on here? I don't like Souls-like games at all. I find them incredibly annoying and stressful. If you like them, I completely understand. Thank you. Thank you. A moment of zen. Enjoy. I think we need that for a moment. Let's appreciate a good underwater level. Oh yeah, compared to other hard games, the original Dark Souls, yeah, it's definitely going to be easier by comparison, but newer ones are still going to be rough. And other games like it are going to be rough. I would like to try Sekiro too, but I'm leery because of how it's, you know, a Souls-like game, but it's more countering than anything else. I mean, yeah, but it's a frustrating feature at that. Oh, Game Stream Nightmare Only. Nah, I don't think it's gone that far, but yeah. Oh, I love that song too. That's part of the reason I put it on there. It's very much a nice resetting kind of song. I love it.
On easy mode, but there's also nothing wrong with making fun of somebody for it.
Hey, Jeremy. Got a question for you. What's it like on your little, like, pedestal made out of cheese curd, where you look down on the so-called peasants? Where you think you have some kind of moral high ground to laugh at other people? You're Jeremy Hambley. You're nothing but a joke. You are the butt of jokes. You have nowhere that equates to punching down. You can fuck right off. Oh, is it? I wouldn't know. Watch out, he'll pee on us from his cheese mountain. Oh, God. That's just... Why did I make that analogy and you added the pee to it? No.
You know, you see, depending on who you ask, there are many schools of thought surrounding the, quote, right way to play a video game. Some people play games to experience challenges, others are in it for the narrative, and plenty fall somewhere between. Sometimes your attitude on how to experience a title can entirely depend on the game itself. There's no wrong answer here. That is, assuming you don't try to impose it on someone else. We agree. That might explain why in March, a video clip of Twitch streamer Ashley Roboto blew up on social media with over 500,000 views. In it, the red-headed Canadian who streams focus on spreading positivity goes on an impassioned speech against viewers who try to gatekeep the way she...
Okay, I got a question. I know I can be sloppy on my reading sometimes. It just happens. Do I sound as bad as Jeremy when he reads? I'm just curious, because it's painful to listen to, and it's worse when it's in my ear, like I have a headset in right now. And just listening to his voice try to read this shit badly, right in my ear holes, it's painfully... Ugh. Okay, thank you. I feel a little bit better about myself. To be fair, I am trying to read words that are, you know, multisyllabic. And Jeremy's trying to read monosyllabic words. So there is a difference. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad you think my voice is nice. You should hear me read creepypastas. It gets really bad. God, sorry. Got a random joint pain. Sorry, working that out. But yeah, polishing Meg 3 the easiest and it's too clunky to be reliable. We played Demon Souls, the updated version. Aw, thank you. Look, if you want... Here's what I'll do for all of you, because I'm just so nice. I will give you one. I will find one of them that it was either one I wrote and read or have read. And I will give it to you for all this to. I won't watch it on stream. But I will give it to you to listen to yourself. Let's see. Mind you, this is back before I had a decent mic. I'll give you a short one here for all of you. Nope, don't even start it. Don't even start it. I am just giving. Here you go, enjoy. Because I'm nice. It even gives you the rest of the playlist. Oh, no. I'm not playing it on here. All of you can watch it in your own time, in your own ways, and the other ones. And like I said, some of those I wrote myself and read. Or other people read for it. This was years ago, by the way. Back when I first started doing YouTube, so... My embarrassment still exists out there. Not that I don't enjoy a good creepypasta, but... You know, my reading could use work, and my acting could use work. On that kind of front. I'm no Mr. Creepypasta, but far from it. But I tried, considering I was using stuff like fucking Windows Movie Maker originally when I made those, before I upgraded to some other ones. Anyway, back to Jerry being... Yeah.
And her Twitch personalities play games. I want you to look into my eyes right now, she says, noting that she only speaking to specific
Thanks,
audience in her
Jesse.
chat. Shut the F up. Let people play games how they want to.
Ooh, Jeremy,
Well,
are
that
we
doesn't sound
scared of
you're
the
spreading
4-letter F
positivity
word?
to me. Now, I understand that, you know, I've never understood, though not denied the existence of, people that hate watch. I mean, I probably have a couple hundred hate viewers.
Maybe a few hundred. Maybe a few thousand hate viewers. Maybe. But Jeremy, we know you hate watch, because how many videos have you made on Captain Marvel stuff? Yeah, we are the hate watchers. We're not wrong that they exist, but...
By the way, if you're out there and you haven't yet subscribed, there's a red subscribe button down below.
Don't
Please
subscribe
do
to Jeremy.
consider
You can have better things to do
clicking
with
it.
your
I would love
time.
to have you on board. But I don't understand watching somebody and then whining that they're playing the game on easy mode. It just isn't normal. Go watch...
Because idiots like you do that all the time.
somebody else who plays it on brutal difficulty or hard difficulty. And so
because
I don't
people like you are sad and
that,
pathetic and need to validate
you know,
yourselves.
You shouldn't be shamed. I don't disagree that, you know, people should be able to play games the way that they want. That said, games journalists for a very long time have been pushing to make games easier and easier. Therefore, and I believe have influenced many AAA game studios that create games now that are basically ridiculously easy. And when you have a ridiculously easy game, to me, it's not very different. It's not immensely different than cheating.
Jerry, give some examples.
When a game is extraordinarily easy, it doesn't force you to get any better. It doesn't force you to grow. It doesn't force you to get
What
better at games.
games?
I understand that some people don't want that. And again, I'm not saying it's not okay.
Jeremy, name a fucking game. Just name one. Name one. Can you name
I
one?
actually think it's fine if people cheat at video games. It's only your experience that you're ruining. When you're talking about a multiplayer game, that's different. But if you want to do, you know, you want to use a game genie whatever there is in
old?
modern day.
Oh, God damn it, Jeremy!
Whatever modern day game genie it is to get through a game faster because you have limited time.
There's no modern day game genie. That's called mods, Jeremy. Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's fine. I still think you're robbing yourself of a sense of accomplishment. That's saying you shouldn't be able to do that.
Sense of accomplishment.
But there aren't a million articles demanding difficult modes in computer games or video games.
Because they already come with them.
There are a million whining about easy modes.
They're not whining. They're pointing out that easy modes tend to be overlooked because there's a section of the gaming community that it leaves out by doing so. Mods are console commands, exactly. It can focus on story, character design, etc. Making shit brutal isn't all there is to gaming. Yeah.
Should video games require an easy mode setting? We also know this as games.
Jeremy, your mocking voices need work. Put some fucking effort into it. Fucking cheese curd. I think that's what he's like. He just looks like a cheese curd to me. I don't know what it is. Like he just sits there and it just molds as time goes on. Just disgusting to look at. Hate him.
Journalist difficulty. Again,
I have felt a sense of accomplishment on doing things. I have felt that way before. Like, in the sense that I finished something. I felt a sense of accomplishment when I finished the Yakuza marathon. When I finished playing all the mainline games, I felt a sense of accomplishment. I also felt a sense of fucking relief because I was done. When I finished 0, all the way up to I finished Like a Dragon. There was my sense of accomplishment. I did it, I played through them all, and I enjoyed them, but I was glad it was over. Yeah, go for it. Ooh, Skyrim is so fun. I don't play on like low difficulty. I play on normal modes. I'll play on an easier mode if I really feel like just having a good time to do whatever. But I can just get mods and have a good time too. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with novice Skyrim or.
I come from an era in which difficulty modes weren't even something that was normal. Many of the games
Back
that I would
in my
just play,
day,
even The
we
Simpsons,
didn't
was
have the
brutally
choice of
difficult.
2 players. We
The
shared
Simpsons
one
video game,
joystick,
yes.
and we liked
I don't remember there being a difficulty mode. It was more like figuring things out that was hard as opposed to the enemies. But nowadays, every game has to have 45 difficulty modes.
There you go,
And
Cajun.
it has to have 20 accessibility modes. And I'm not necessarily saying that's a bad thing. However,
you are.
I do think if you have to, program all this other stuff in, maybe you're trading time at adding extra levels or adding extra content.
Hey, Jeremy. They'll do it if it means they'll get more money. Welcome to capitalism. Sucks for you, I guess. You had 2 joysticks as a gay teen. There you go. The one you played with and the one you played with?
In exchange for spending extra time on different modes. The articles never end. While the idea of a challenge is always nice and harder difficulty serves as a great challenge for gamers, it doesn't suffer any by there being an easy mode. But instead prospers even more. Easier difficulty modes entice new, less skilled gamers to try out your game. It also provides more accessibility without needing to fully dampen any challenge. I disagree.
Well, it's because you're stupid, but go ahead and tell us why.
Yourself. I happen to think men and women alike can get better.
Whoa! Time, Jeremy. I think men and women, who said anything to do with gender? What? How did we get from discussing game difficulties and accessibility to, well, men and women have the ability to... Is that what you're getting out of this? Because it's a woman complaining that it's about making it easier for women? Wow, Jeremy. Wow. Way to miss the fucking point. Yeah, I know, right? See, I would think children, people that may not have good, fine motor skills, regardless of age, maybe people that have nerve damage, maybe can't have that same kind of response time that other people do. You know, there are many other things I can think of when it comes to accessibility and people that may not be as skilled, you know, in accessibility and stuff like that, than, you know, the gender of the person. Yeah, I believe you, Eliza. No worries, and it's okay. He is a piece of shit. He is a bit of a cunt. How much? There you go. All right, I think I'm done with Jeremy. I'm done with this idiot. I can't anymore. Ugh, there's more entertaining things we can find. Let's move on. I'm not wasting the end of my stream on him. Nope. What we got? I make an executive decision. I am not watching John Doyle, Jeremy Hambley, and Tim Pool back to back to back. I fucking refuse. Streamer's privilege. Fuck off. No. There you go. That's a good one. Let's go watch a cartoon. We're gonna watch one called The Ductators. No, Liza. I will no. That is not available tonight. That's all wheel. We are going to watch this. This is a 1942 public domain political cartoon called The Ductators. I hope you enjoy. And there's no pain or heel wheel tonight. It's all the content mine wheel right here. Oh, warning. I don't know how racist this will be. This was a 1940s Looney Tunes cartoon. It was used for World War II propaganda, if I'm right. It's probably going to be pretty racist. Just saying. Alright, Chapo, you have a good night. Very possible. Very possible.
In a happy barnyard some years ago, a seemingly unimportant event occurred which was destined to vitally affect the future of that little world. Mr. and Mrs. Duck were expecting.
Mama, was ist los? What's this, a dark horse?
Please note, I've never watched this.
Time passed. Hey, bud, not so fast.
Oh, all right. But time does fly, don't it, Johnny?
Time passed. The bad egg grew to duckhood, and with artistic aspirations dreamed of brush and palette, but ended up with only the brush.
They don't know art.
His artistic efforts spurned, he soon turned to other endeavors.
Und vergiss nicht, you dopes, ich bin der abgeblasene Fresh in Deutschland, in alle Europa, ja in der ganzen Welt. My mama done told me. Say Heil!
And there were some gullible ones who listened. Especially one goose, more gullible than gooses. Geese, mice, goose.
What the fuck is with this dialogue?
That's alright, that's the real stuff.
Oh.
He's a smarter fellow with brains.
Italy.
Like me.
It's bad. Not too bad yet.
Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil, boy! I'm from South Germany.
Oh boy.
Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil! I'm a sick Heiler, too.
Sei tutte nuove DJ! Tutti frutti, and all kinds of whips of cream and a wall of nuts!
Hi, Ash. I'm glad you're here for the cartoon. You missed Doyle and Jeremy and other things. Stormtrooper. Oh God. Oh, I'm sorry. The allergies are acting up that bad.
Oh, what has come to so erase all thoughts of peace from off this place? Have they forgot 'tis love that's right, and naught is gained by show of might?
Well, I'm glad you're hopefully you're feeling better at least.
Then from out
Uh-oh.
the west came another partner to make a silly axis of himself.
Oh God.
Are you Japanese a sapper man? Sneaking on with a do.
Well.
Just a Japanese a sapper man. I'm a little crazy too.
Yeah. Well, not to be up and about. Ren got hate rated like I did. Stupid fuckers trying to ruin everyone's fun. Yeah, I haven't had that yet, surprisingly.
Oh, just a minute, Prita. Oh,
Yeah.
I am not a Japanese son of gun. Yeah, and I'm mock turtle soup.
Oh, trust me, I knew it was coming, but I didn't know how it was coming.
Once more the Axis marched toward dreams of further conquest.
1, 2, button on my shoe. 3, 4,
Shatana Raboto.
5, 6, see him over the sticks. 7, 8,
Array them straight.
9, 10.
Begin again.
Mercy me, regretful sight. Oh, branch of peace.
Still like another minute and a half of this.
Kind sirs, change your warlike.
Yeah, that's understandable, Liza. We might be here a little longer, but not much.
Now, where were we? Oh, yes.
Peekaboo, Frizz. Busy little bee, aren't I?
Oh God, fucking war bonds.
I hate war, but once begun, well, I just didn't choose to run. So I can point with pride and say, there's 3 that didn't get away.
Wow. that was a cartoon. Jeez. I don't know what was worse, that one or Tokyo Jokyo. Both bad. For a lot of the same things. Ugh. I think we have time for one more. Now I'm going to end up calling it. And we'll see if we can find someone to raid out to. Here. And I'll refund those points for you, Eliza, so you can use them for another day. Alright, we're going to end on exorcism. Why not? Alright, are you ready? Are you ready to see how you can know if you have a demon? Now, I know that a lot of us are ready to experience this. I mean, I could try it after this, yeah. Friend's still going after I'm done, yeah. You're a demon? I don't know, Jesse. I don't know about that one. Yeah, Bob's a lot more hilarious. Spirit.
How can you know?
God, how can his intro be so fucking loud and he's so goddamn quiet? Fucking Christ.
Someone has a demon. More important, how can you know if you have a demon?
That's as loud as I can make it.
4 decades as an exorcist, I want to share some insights into quickly spotting demonic possession. How do you know if someone you care about has a demon? Are you concerned that you might have a demon? Don't take your cues from Hollywood and look for spinning heads and levitation. Not everyone with a demon goes into screaming rages, foams at the mouth, speaks in strange languages.
You know, like the supernatural stuff that actually would stand out and be, you know, kind of like, wow, there's some weird shit going on. No, we don't look for that.
Or becomes violent. In fact, the majority
He's old, but I am older.
of demon-possessed people act normal. Normal most of the time. Behavior that you might suspect is demonic may last only a few minutes or a few seconds. The rest of the time, the demons are submerged doing their evil in stealth.
And they likely have Jezebel in there.
To deliver a lethal spiritual blow. So how do you know if you or someone you care about is demonized? For starters, go to demontest.org and take our free computerized...
Starting off with the shield right away, okay. Certainly a hustle. Not because I respect it, but you're definitely going for that hustle. Do you know you really are demon possessed? I take our patented test that we have here. Is it free? Is it free? I missed it.
Analysis of the probability you might have a demon. That will give you quick insights into the previously undetected demonic danger.
Oh my god, cannot believe he did that.
If
Holy shit.
If your score is high, highly probable, immediately go online to boblarson.org and schedule an in-person or virtual encounter. And when you do, here's what you will discover when you and me, when we're face-to-face in the flesh or on the screen. After more than 4 decades of deliverance and exorcism ministry, I've learned to determine with reasonable accuracy
oh my god,
if a person has a demon.
This is so dumb.
10 to 15 minutes of speaking with the individual. In fact, most people that I detect have demons have already had some deliverance, and they have been told they didn't have demons, or that they were already delivered by some healing prayers or non-interrogative commands to demons. In other words, even if demons were suspected, they weren't confronted. The demons weren't made to manifest.
Yes, demons like Thor.
Verbally and physically declare themselves openly. So how can I be so certain that someone has a demon? Here are a few indicators. The more of these markers on a person's life, the greater the chance of demonization. I look for a combination of at least 2 or more of these factors.
Oh, this will be
Listen
good.
for you. Illegitimate conception, dysfunctional or abusive home life, ancestral history of drug abuse, violence or occultism, personal involvement in New Age spiritualism, sexual abuse, drug addiction, loss of time, patterns of broken relationships, erratic behavior inconsistent with the person's normalized faith position, unreasonable amounts of chronic diseases, uncontrollable episodic anger outbursts, all of this, but no...
Wow. That's all I've got, just wow.
Single factor itself indicates demonic possession. But if several of these negative indicators occur repeatedly, I'm strongly influenced
there you
to
go.
determine a demon is at work.
Yeah, I was born
Then
out of
add to
wedlock.
this
I guess you
the
could say I'm pretty demonic.
Concerning his spirits, plus words of knowledge and wisdom, according to 1 Corinthians chapter 12. This combination isn't 100% accurate.
See, my oldest was conceived before I got married, but born after I got married, so where does that fall? That's the question.
Advanced Academy of Deliverance teaches how to operate in these realms of information and revelation. There's no need for anyone who is demonized to suffer bondage to Satan. The detection of demons is
I mean, what if somebody
possible
wants
on
bondage
both
with
a
Satan? Just
practical and
saying.
supernatural basis.
Everyone has their kinks.
Freedom is possible through inner healing prayers of deliverance and the exorcism of evil spirits. I talk about this a lot in my book, Dealing with Demons, as I explain.
Alright, I think we're back. Try refreshing. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what the fuck happened. Just decided to disconnect for a minute. Maybe there's something's trying.
Through the power of Jesus Christ.
Your financial support and prayers make it possible for us to bring hope for
Stuff that probably cost you a nice little bit of money when you have to talk to them over the phone or through a screen or in person by the minute. I'm going to end for the night. So let's go ahead and yeah. Get everything lined up. Let's take a look here. We can get to let everything kind of catch back up here. I guess we'll try raiding over to Ren. I don't know how much longer she'll be going, but you know, it's free. All you have to do is make an account. That's what. Yeah, sure, it's free. The first few minutes. I hope you enjoyed yourselves for this first time with the content mine kind of deal, like actually like doing this thing. Maybe I'll do another one sometime in the future. Don't know when. We'll see. Excuse me. But if you want to see more of it, let me know in the future. I will be back. Box stuff. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know in the Discord or on Twitter or whatever. If you want to DM me, let me know if you want to be involved. We're going to be playing through a couple different Jackbox games, kind of hanging out and having a good time. And remember, you don't need to own the games. You can play through the browser or you can play through your phone. That way you can just hang out and have a good time that way with us and joke around. Some of you can be on stream if you want to, through voice chat, or you can be, just through your phone and just like typing that way. You don't actually have to be like in voice chat if you're not comfortable with that kind of stuff. But beyond that, that's what Thursday's bringing, and then I will start getting together the next week's worth of streams, and I hope to have that posted soon. So be on the lookout for that, and we'll be starting Thursday at about 8 p.m. Eastern. So I hope to see you all then. But for those of you in the highlight, thank you for watching. If you haven't yet, drop a follow here at twitch.tv/Xandros, and don't forget to drop a sub if you want to support the channel. It's not required, obviously. It's appreciated, though. But hey, as long as you're here having a good time, that's what matters. And don't forget to follow me over on Twitter at SpritzSquirtle so you can keep up to date on schedule changes and the like. And yeah, good game. There's definitely some rough times on the stream. Oof. But I appreciate all of you coming and hanging out and those that contributed tonight. I am going to raid out here in a minute, but highlight people